point in all these endless
Hey
meetings?
guys, what's up? It's Russ, the Master, and we're back playing Genshin Impact. It's been a while, but we've a new region has been released. A whole lot of stuff has come out. As you can see, I've already explored some of the region already. I did get the new character, um, he, Alosha. He was free um, by progressing the story. I've done the story a bit already.
Ace.
I really only did like the welcome to the region part of the story quest, but we're gonna continue it on today. I might skip through a little bit of the dialogue, because I don't want to be held up for too much.
For more snow, damselette.
God damn it. My phone just fell over. Sorry if you heard that. It's not the... kind of wish I had a phone stand. Give me a second here. Sorry about that. Yeah, sorry if you heard that. Hopefully it doesn't do it again.
Take a break. Pick up the pace.
The beasts and fauna in this area are pretty interesting, I will say.
Looks like you get what you pay for, huh? Paimon likes this room a lot. Yeah, much better now that we're out of the cold. Oh, thanks for taking such good care of Paimon. Honestly, if this were anywhere else, we'd be out investigating and adventuring by now. You're right. No need to push ourselves too hard. A lot happened on our way into the city. Let's review what we've learned. So obviously, a million more a question is, what is this Aritza planning? Everything else leads back to that. Sure was. And so far, we've learned that in addition to the 7 Gnosis, her plan also requires a ton of energy. But we won't get to see her anytime soon. Alosha said that she went east to fight that big monster. It must be a pretty powerful
What big
one
monster?
to take a blanket the whole of Snezhnaya in a snowstorm this awful.
Oh,
To
the
be
one
honest, what we're really lacking right now is information. The kind of information that only the higher-ups in the government would know. Paimon can't think of a few people who might be able to help us. Right. And when we left Nagcry, Sandroni specifically left a message reminding us what... So, it's unlikely they'd tell us anything confidential about... Yeah, fair point. Besides, that Gloop-off place is right nearby. We've got nothing to lose, so it'd be a waste not to go. There's gotta be someone there willing to talk to us, right? Maybe but it's unlikely we could sweet-talk Arlecchino. Yeah, the last time was all the way back in Fontaine, right? Too bad we missed him in Nagcry.
Hello. Is there a traveler in Paimon in there?
That's Alosha! Come in!
Hello, I'm Dr. Luneva. Alosha mentioned that one of you is feeling a little under the weather. I see. So you're my patient today, yes? And you're, Faye, I presume?
Good question. Paimon's not too sure either, but she's definitely not the same kind of Fae as the ones we saw at the train station. Is that gonna be an issue?
Not exactly. It's just, I'm used to treating human patients. Fae tend to be far more resilient than even the healthiest and most long-lived of humans. But don't worry, I do have some experience treating Fae.
It'll be fine, right? We're no different when it comes down to it, are we? That's just because Paimon knows how to eat.
Now, please take a seat. Okay, vital signs are good. test results are all within. I can give you some medicine to tide you if you find yourself with a persistent low-grade.
Sounds like there's no cause for a...
Thank you, Doctor.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, I don't. This is not important.
Take care. You heard the doctor. Best you rest up here for a couple days.
All right, then.
I have to get back to it. If you need anything else, hey, no big deal. You saved my life in the Shadow Realm. This is the least I could do.
Yeah, I've got to do the Shadow Realm stuff.
All right. Time to find Child and see what he can tell me.
Whoa. Oh, okay. The decor looks nice in here. Yes. Please give me the new recipes. Thank you. That's co-op. Yeah, sure. I'll go ahead and grab those. Oh, I can upgrade the statue. Yeah, I can do that real fast. Where is this waypoint, by the way? Oh. Oh, I see. Okay, I can get to that. I can get to that eventually. Hello? Thank you. Oh, nice, I can level up, hold on. Where is the Traveler? There she is. Yeah, I need to build my, that's alright. I need to build my Cryo Traveler. I assume that you want to use the Stellar... maybe not, I don't know. It's one of the two... One of the new artifact sets definitely is the best for Cryo Traveler. I'm just not sure which.
Take a break.
Bro, I love Snezhnaya's skill.
How tiresome.
Kind of wish it didn't use energy though, or stamina, not energy. Where am I? Okay.
Take a break. How tiresome. Take a break. Pick up the pace.
That's a big building. Are we actually going to see
Hold
Child?
on. Please display your invitation letter or permit. Glupov does not accept meeting requests without a prior appointment. You'll have to apply per...
Bro, I've met like...
But I have to go through the motions for protocol's sake. Honestly, it's such a waste of time. Wait a moment. I'll pass on your message. If Child is unavailable, you'll have to go through the proper procedure.
Okay.
Lord Child is a busy man. He's probably not in Glupov, even if you two are old friends as you claim. Please understand that the Fatui Heart... Next time, stick to the rules. You'll make life easier for both of us. Greetings, Lady Marionette.
I'll take care of our guest here. It's her first time in Snezhnaya, so it's no surprise that she doesn't know the rules yet. I trust no choice words have been exchanged. No misunderstandings I should be aware of.
No.
No, Lady Marionette. No incidents to report. Whew. That was a close call. Good thing I played it cool.
Is that right? Good to know. Under the weather? That's hard to imagine. She's always... I take it she's still adapting to the climate. Happens to a lot of people. All right, then. Well, let me know if you run into any other problems. Why else? I was just about to sit down for some much-needed tea time when I heard that an old friend of Tartaglia's had shown up outside. No appointment, nothing. And, as obnoxious as it may be to show up uninvited at Glupov, I couldn't help but take pity on the poor soul who was waiting outside in vain. So, well, I felt our time working together in Nodcry warranted some courtesy. I couldn't exactly let you freeze to death out here in the wind. Unfortunately, I
generous.
can't invite you inside either. The rules of Glupov wouldn't allow it, and as a harbinger, I have to lead by example. On the plus side, Snezhnograd actually has some class, unlike Nasha Town.
Oh.
Torchlight Books has a very nice selection of teas and cakes, so we can catch up there. Your treat, of course. Because I already wasted one perfectly good cup of tea today. That's why.
Oh, I love Snezhnaya.
Come on, keep up.
She's such a tsundere, it's so fucking cute.
How tiresome. I've ordered for the both of us. No objections, I assume. I'm sure you trust my taste. Okay, let's get down to business. I'm guessing you don't actually have any urgent business with Tartaglia, per se. You just want information, right? Wanna take a guess? Of course you'd say that. You shouldn't underestimate Counselor Tartaglia, you know.
Counselor?
That's right. I'm sure you've heard of the Snezhnograd Vecha by now. Well, he's busy preparing some paperwork for their next meeting.
Oh, I bet he
They'll
hates
be
that.
discussing yet another extension to Project Stuzha. It's basically all anyone cares about in the Vecha these days. Yeah, he's more of the shoot first, ask questions later sort, isn't he?
He kinda is.
It all started with a very detailed letter that Capitano left for the Jester,
The
Piero,
captain.
before leaving for Natlan. In that letter, he detailed the future arrangements for his subordinates.
Bro, we need
All
the
of his
captain to
key
come
people
back.
were reassigned
Please.
to Tartaglia. I guess he'd already prepared to leave us for good all the way back then. But Piero didn't reveal the contents of the letter until
The one
events
Fatui
in
Harbinger
Natlan
I
had
wanted,
concluded.
the one Fatui Harbinger I wanted the most was the captain when he came out, and they had to put him in a... Basically I mean, he's not, like, dead, but he's not alive either. He's just stuck in a purgatory,
That was
protecting
his
the
reaction
Night
too.
Realm.
Why me?
And
With a
Matlan.
bewildered look on his face. He'd always assumed Capitano looked down on him. He was a man who kept his thoughts to himself and barely spoke to him the whole time they'd known each other. But he occasionally brought Tartaglia along to my tea parties back in the day. So to the rest of us, it was clear that Capitano had quite a lot of respect for his young comrade. By the rest of us, I mean my tea party
Signora.
regulars. Arlecchino, Rosaline, and... Actually, not Columbina. She was probably oblivious to it.
What?
Anyway, then the Liu-S situation
Nah, that's a
happened.
lie.
Normally, it took a lot to get under Capitano's skin, but that time he was furious. It's not really my place to talk about it, though. You can ask Tartaglia about it sometime. Basically, Tartaglia probably had the wrong idea about Capitano all along. Right up until Piero revealed the letter he'd left behind. Capitano believed that despite Tartaglia's immaturity, he showed great potential. Plus, he possessed a kind of purity rarely seen among members of the Fatui.
Alright.
Yeah, it's one of the few things that I'd agree those two have in common. But there's one other reason why Capitano chose Tartaglia to assume command of his troops. He knew that after he was gone, several of the others would swoop in on his army like vultures.
That makes sense.
With the ones who stood to benefit the most being the rooster Pulcinella, and
Pulcinella.
her greater Pantalone.
Yep,
Once
of
they
course.
divided Capitano's troops between them, they'd be more powerful than ever. No one would be able to stop them. So, you can see why Capitano chose to hand that letter to Piero, right?
Bro, the captain didn't trust Dottore, Pantalone, or the rooster at all, I'm pretty sure.
Piero also needed to back a harbinger as soon as possible. And all things considered,
I can't remember, there was like some stuff
Tartaglia
that
was the
the
best
captain
choice.
said about Dottore
Even
in
though
that line, but I
Tartaglia
can't remember
has had the
exactly what he
support of
said.
Northland
I knew he
Bank
didn't.
for a
I knew he
long
hated him.
time. He and Pantalone are ultimately not cut from the same cloth. I'd say Capitano made a good judgment call. Anyone else caught in this situation would probably feel like they'd been hung out to dry. His best course of action will be to distance himself from any shady business, while still maintaining friendly relations with Pantalone, but seeking Pulcinella's support at the same time.
Ugh.
What's the point in having a tea party if you don't spill a little tea? Besides, none of this is confidential anyway. Ask any journalist out there. They'll give you all the lurid details. You'll see it firsthand if you ever sit in on a session of the Snezhnaya Vecha. All the factional strife, whether open or unspoken.
Wonder if that's the thing we
it plays
the
out
like
for all to see in that one
the
little
thing we
room.
saw in the trailer.
Having a
The
voice in the Vecha is
Snezhnaya
the only way to steer
Vecha.
policies in your favor. So, every person in that room represents a particular interest group. Pantalone, for
Yeah, I'm
instance,
guessing that
represents
this
the financial sector, and
Venya
Tartaglia
is like a
represents
court.
the Fatui soldiers. Personally, I have no interest in political
Or I guess,
jousting.
or
But
maybe
since I have
like
a number
not
of
a court,
engineers
but
and
a
researchers under
what the
my
hell do you call it? A
command,
parliament
I have
or
to make their
Congress?
voices
I guess would be
heard.
the term. Parliament
Then
or
there's
Congress.
Pulcinella, the
Yep.
linchpin of the Vecha. He represents politics itself.
Mhm.
Everything involves him, so nothing can bypass him. Any issue that comes up, he knows how to mediate. That's what the Tsaritsa values most about him.
Okay.
I'm starting to see why everyone is so frustrated with the way things are, but also powerless to change it. A complex web of interests connects all parties involved, and the Tsaritsa sitting at the top adds another layer of complexity. It must be nearly impossible to come up with a perfect solution.
All right, I'm done carrying this conversation. Time for you to answer a question of mine.
Oh.
You must have known that you can get the info you needed from me. So why was Tartaglia the first person you asked to see and not me? Huh? Jealous? As if. Wait. Oh, I think I know what it is. Columbina passed on my message to you before you left Notcry, right?
Yes,
I
he
only
did.
meant you should be mindful of which side you're on. Is that actually why you didn't ask for me? Because you took that to heart? You... fair enough. It's not your fault. I blame all these politicians I've been hanging around with lately. Always beating about the bush when they talk. I guess it must have rubbed off on me. Anyway,
can
just
happen.
ask for my help next time, okay? Little things like this are no problem.
You're so kind. Oh, excuse us.
What now? Can't you see I'm on my break? Whatever it is, just leave it on my desk.
Yeah, get out of here, bro.
Sorry to disturb you during your break, ma'am, but I'm afraid it's an emergency.
Isn't it always? I've told you before. Fixing the tracks and transporting ice blocks does not constitute an emergency.
The equipment in Svietlo-Lidovka is in urgent need of maintenance. With how the weather's been recently, we suspect that the cause is a buildup of snow, exceeding the maximum weight limit. The supports on one of the machines broke and fell, awakening a dormant beast and leaving many of the ice miners trapped in a nearby ice cave. Luckily, Odette's team was nearby and launched a rescue operation, but we're still facing a severe manpower shortage for both the rescue and engineering teams.
I guess that's it then. Our tea party will have to end here. I'm the only engineer you'll need. Do you actually want to come with, or are you just saying that? Nice of you to return the favor. I'll have a couple of people look after Paimon. They can let her know that you had to step out for a while. Given how urgent this is, I'm sure she'll understand. And honestly, I'd rather have your help than anyone else's. Between your skills and experience, then let's go. You, take 2 if anything happens to Paimon.
Yes, Lady Marionette.
I like that Snezhnaya actually is concerned for Paimon. Okay, let's go over here. Oh.
They weren't exaggerating. This is really dangerous. It's a good thing only one of them broke. From what I've been told, most of the trapped miners are over in that direction. Yeah, you do that while I check the rest of the equipment. I'll evacuate the people around here as I go. Meet me back here as soon as you're done.
I have to be getting close.
Don't go any further.
This Odette. There she is.
It's too dangerous here. There's a highly aggressive monster
Oh,
on the prowl.
oh my gosh, her eyes.
You need to leave, now. Ah, I see. You're the backup from Snezhnaya. Well, I'm Odette. Good to meet you.
Ah, so this is Odette. She was the first member of the Fatui on the scene.
There are 5 people trapped in the cave. Monster type is unknown, and so is its location. Let's go. Every second counts.
Oh, I love her. Bro, the eye design, eyes design in characters is like one of my favorite things in video games. I don't know why. The way the color of her eyes is amazing. So we're Electro Traveler and Odette.
Careful. Something's moving.
What the fuck was that noise?
This must be the monster's shadow. Looks like a tough opponent.
Stay back!
Bro, what? God, that alarm system is like... I hate it.
Let's begin.
Hold on, let me... Oh. Hold on, let me do something. Those animations... Wow, her attack animations are actually really amazing. It's actually like a ballerina. Where am I going? I guess... Okay, I do fall down. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to fall down or not.
I see them. They're right behind the monster. The monster seems very agitated. It could attack at any moment. Let's make the first move. Pirouette. Crystalline Adagio. Together.
Oh, you got big.
Take this!
Whoa.
Thank you for saving us. We'd have been...
Thank you.
You're welcome. You should be safe now.
Thank you.
I've searched the area. Pretty sure the monster... Yeah, but with us here, it won't be coming back anytime. It may be small, but don't be fooled. It's a ferocious... It's lucky we got here when we did.
Her eyes look like glass.
The trapped miners have been successfully evacuated.
Wait, this place...
Whoa.
What is that?
Oh, I remember hearing about, the weapon thing. I remember hearing about this.
Family.
Oh boy. Uh-oh.
This way. Run.
Yeah, need to run.
Thanks. Let's get out of here.
Whew. We finally get a weapon specifically for the traveler. Let's go. I'll have to upgrade that at some point, but I'll probably do it off stream. Sorry guys, excuse me for a moment, I have to do something. Okay. I should just fast travel up here.
Everyone's accounted for. We managed to rescue them all. We also placed a sign at the entrance. You really held your own today. Don't think I've seen you before. All right then. See you around. Hello.
I hear the rescue operation was a great success. What brings you here, Odette?
No, a Fatui mission. I happened to be nearby and heard the crash.
She hasn't introduced herself then. Odette is the prima ballerina of Snezhnaya. She's quite... If you ever hear people mention the two crowning jewels of the Korolievsky troupe, they're talking about Odette. On top of that, Odette's also a rising Fatui star. It's looking likely she'll inherit the title of
The fair lady. She learned all her combat skills from Rosaline herself. Used to be one of her most...
You flatter me, Lady Marionette.
If she's Rosaline's protege, that makes me... never mind. There's no need to bring it up.
How's progress on your end, Lady Marionette?
Equally successful. I finished reinforcing all the equipment. Took me a little longer even if the heavy snowfall summoned by that monster lasts for another 3 months straight, this equipment, all right. Now that we're done here, it's time to get out of this blizzard. Sure, but Snezhnaya will send someone to investigate. First, Pantalone needs to approve the budget, then Pulcinella has to sign off. That's the rough process anyway. Could take anywhere from a couple of weeks to a couple of months. Yup, nothing we can do about it. There's a whole stack of incident reports like this back at the office.
The snow has eased a little for now, but fuel for heating is in short supply, and relief is weeks away. It just feels like there should be a better way.
Hey, quit daydreaming. Let's get back to Snezhnaya. When did you get a new sword?
I found it in a cave. It handles pretty nicely.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be skipping through the less important dialogue, really. Child.
Huh.
Hey, buddy.
Well, if it isn't Counselor Tartaglia, Mr. Big Shot himself.
Go easy on me, all right? I'm still recovering from the interrogation the real Big Shots put me through. Hey, comrade, it's been too long. I heard you came looking for me earlier. Nicest surprise I've had in a while. Good to see you too, Odette. I'm guessing you guys just got back from Sviatlo-Laidovka. How'd it go? Crisis averted?
Sviatlo-Laidovka.
It went fine.
That's gonna be hard to pronunciate.
How about you? Any new developments?
Not really. Same as ever. Growing opposition to Project Stuzha, and the usual rebuttals are starting to ring hollow. The results of the mock vote were pretty dire. Pulcinella was fuming. I've never seen the old man so angry.
That's not good news. It takes a lot to rattle him.
Yeah, obviously if push comes to shove, there are ways to crack down on dissent. But...
Sorry, I have to ask something. This is going to sound blunt, but may I?
Huh? Of course, fire away.
It sounds to me like everyone's tearing their hair out trying to figure out how to deal with opposition to Project Stuzha. But what exactly is this project's purpose? And how can it be so important that even people like you two refuse...
Interesting. I gotta hand it to you, comrade. You sure don't mince your words.
Excuse her? What does she mean? Refuse to stand up for ordinary people.
Oh my gosh. How does she dare speak to the Harbingers like that?
Are you interrogating us now?
It's okay, Sandrone. Let me explain. I think I understand where she's coming from. If I could, I'd take your side right now. In fact, my position's very similar to yours. I've only held back on casting a dissenting vote in the Vecha because the Tsaritsa would never let me get away with it. Still, I have a responsibility to the Fatui armed forces, so I do what I can to make their voices heard. Most of them are just regular folks from small towns far from the capital. I'm sure you've seen how much those kinds of places are struggling right now. Oh, and for what it's worth, I'm from Arepasak myself. Things aren't going so swell there either. The Tsaritsa wants to create a better, safer future for the people of Snezhnaya, but she's thinking long-term. I don't doubt that from where you're standing, Project Stuzha seems to be creating all sorts of issues for everyone. But considering the Tsaritsa's vision for the future, these are sacrifices worth making. Sounds cold, I know, but I promise it's not as black and white as it seems. Maybe Sandrone and I can't oppose Project Stuzha outright, but we're constantly raising our concerns in Vecha meetings. And even though we can't put an end to it, there are plenty of other ways to make a difference. We're trying everything we can think of, and so is Pulcinella. I respect Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa, and trust her decisions. But at the end of the day, I'm still just a normal guy who cares deeply about my homeland. And my family, who all live here. There's no way I would ever abandon them.
As contentious as things can get within the Vetcha, there's no selfishness or malice behind it. Everyone wants to get through this period as smoothly as possible. The issue is that there's no way of pleasing everyone under the present circumstances. Most of the time, we're trying to decide on the lesser of two evils, which obviously isn't a great look. But that is not the same thing as being blindly loyal to the Tsaritsa. No one's got their head in the sand here. We're all well aware of the way things are. We're just doing our best to make it work.
In fairness to Snezhnaya, she rushed to Svietlo Lidovka's aid the moment she heard that people were in danger. And even Tartaglia, who used to only care about the thrill of the fight, is clearly doing his best to rise to the demands of his new role as counselor.
Hey, come on. There's only so much we can say, so don't press us too hard. Look, I know how untenable the Tsaritsa's position looks if you don't understand her motives. Maybe you've heard already, but she's currently leading her army on a campaign to the east to defeat the monster that's been causing these brutal blizzards. Striking that monster down will be a significant step in dealing with the present energy crisis. As laser-focused as she is on realizing her lifelong ambitions, she's still putting time and energy into taking down this powerful monster. To me, that says a lot. If she thought Snezhnaya and its people didn't matter in the grand scheme of things, why would she waste her time on something like this? Thanks. I meant every word I said, though. I wasn't just trying to placate you. I've already done more than enough diplomacy for one day.
I still think this adventurer raises a very important point. Our two harbingers have made their positions very clear. But there are many others in the Vetcha who must feel trapped and forced to vote against their conscience. I think it's a very valuable quality to be willing to speak one's mind, despite the risk of offending powerful figures.
You can say that again. I highly doubt we'd feel the need to explain ourselves so much if we didn't know you so well.
Yeah, so it seems the dynamic
Forgive me,
with
adventurer, but
it seems the
might I be
dynamic
so
with the
bold as to
Tsaritsa
ask
and
about your background?
the whole of
How is it that you can converse so openly
Snezhnaya is
with
it's
two
kind of like a
harbingers?
monarch with a parliament, from what I can
Haven't you been
understand.
properly introduced?
Easier said than done. I like to think I'm not the kind of person who goes around busting open people's old wounds.
I've only learned her name so far, and no details of her experiences. Is something wrong?
Oh, yeah.
Is there no avoiding the subject of Rosaline?
No, it's just... All right.
Oh boy.
I guess there's no getting around it. This is the world-renowned traveler who helped resolve the storm terror threat in Mondstadt, cleaned up after the mess I made in Liyue, and then went to Inazuma, where
We
there was a duel
kinda
before the throne,
got
in which the traveler
Rosalind
defeated
killed.
Rosaline.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't think you two would be seeing much of each other, so I figured it wasn't worth bringing up.
it's fine. It was a long time ago. It's fine. Sorry. I just remembered that we have a rehearsal coming up. Please excuse me. I should get going.
I have a feeling that she's not.
I've mentioned this to you before, remember? She was Rosaline's most valued subordinate. But they didn't actually get along. Not that Rosaline was really the type of person to make friends, but death has a way of resolving a lot of conflicts.
Don't let it weigh on you. Like she said, it was a long time ago. It's in the past now.
The way she
Odette
said
has
it,
a very
though.
different personality from Rosaline. Give her some time. I'm sure she'll work through it. Oh, by
I
the
don't
way,
know, man.
where's Paimon? It's not like her to hide away.
She hasn't been feeling well, so she's resting at Podvorier restaurant. I I got a couple of my people to look after her while we were gone.
Oh, right. Sorry to hear that. Poor thing. Reminds me of when Tonya was little. She really felt the cold back then. Used to get ill all the time. I felt so bad for her seeing her lying in bed, coughing. She was so mature for her age, though. Whenever someone came to visit her, she'd greet them with a smile and would never complain. I'm sure Paimon's a good kid, too. You're a little short on manpower, right? Let me have a couple of my people take over for yours. I'll send my most capable and reliable. They'll make sure Paimon can recover in peace.
Well, that would be great. Your people are more qualified.
Hey, don't mention it. I'm sure you have things to do. Hopefully this takes a load off your mind. So no more accusing me of not being on your side, all right?
Already? That was quick.
I'm afraid I can't help you there. Our director's recent movements are confidential. Even we're not in the loop. If you hadn't told me, I never would have known he'd gone south. I assumed he'd been in Glupov this whole time.
Oh, the jester.
Well, I guess I'd better go sort out Paimon's security situation. I have some other work to catch up on at Glupov anyway.
Me too. I have an incident report to write up. Let's leave it there for now.
I guess everyone's in a difficult position. But Tartaglia's right. I have things to do. Things I want to do, and things I ought to do. To start with, I should go ask Alosha if he knows of any way to help Svietla Ledov.
Okay. So we finally got to meet Odette. I didn't think we'd bust.
Strange.
I don't think we would.
The sword seems to be vibrating of its own accord.
Yeah, I don't think we'd tell her about Rosalind that quickly.
It's a very faint vibration, but it's getting stronger as I get closer to the statue of the Seven. Does this sword have some connection to the statue? But all it does is vibrate, even when I touch it. That place I got this sword from was definitely out of the ordinary. Maybe I should try channeling the power of cryo?
I already did that. Oh.
It worked. There really is something special about this sword.
Enhanced blade. Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember them talking about this in the live stream. Minor affix unlocked. Okay. Increased. Oh, regenerate energy. Okay.
I don't really understand what just happened, but I'm pretty sure this sword just got a little more powerful. I'll have to try the same thing again when I come across another statue of the Seven. In the meantime,
Wait.
I'd better go find Alosha.
Wait, different statues give you different bonuses? Interesting. Anyway. Huh. I thought it would be based on how many cryo oculi you would get.
Come on, keep up.
Hello there. How can I help? Ah, sure thing. Give me a sec.
It's a familiar story. I've had similar experiences. Although Snezhnaya doesn't deliberately delay or withhold relief, those first few days of waiting for help are always the hardest. It's a fundamental contradiction. If emergency relief can't be delivered in time, what's the point in even calling it emergency relief? Not necessarily. I think there's a good chance that Kresnik Crystal from Stratomeros will start flowing into the market. When we resolve Stratomeros' energy issue, it's like we open the floodgates. A huge backlog of Crystal is now available to the townspeople. There's no way they can use it up at once. A lot of them will probably stockpile it and slowly work their way through. Probably a good idea, since energy prices are only going to keep rising. But there will always be people who urgently need Mora. Exactly. At the current prices, selling Crystal is an easy way for an ordinary person to make a fortune. Hey boss, how much do I have left in my account?
1 second, let me check. So, you're planning on buying the Crystal?
Yeah. I don't know if I have enough, so I'll chip in a little extra and buy as much as I can afford. No, it's fine. You're new to Snezhnaya, and you have your own living expenses to worry about. Besides, you're already providing the train.
Here's your Mora. See what you can find at the market.
Yeah, well, can't hurt to take a look. Let's see. Huh?
Oh, Alosha, and... Hello?
I didn't realize you two knew each other. Yeah, I take on some odd jobs in the city to supplement my hunting income. Sometimes I work as a cleaner or prop hand at the theater where Odette is one of the big stars, so I've met her a few times. When the weather's as bad as this, it's better for a hunter to adapt than to keep looking for game.
Yes, and we sometimes need...
Wait, why is the atmosphere so awkward? I thought... So, what brings you here, Miss Odette?
No. After I got back to the theater, I couldn't stop thinking about the situation in Sviatlo-Lidovka. It bothered me so much, I couldn't focus on my dancing. So I decided I'd come here and see if there's anything I can do. You too, I presume. I suppose that's why you're here. I didn't feel comfortable expressing my true opinions in front of the Harbingers. Not least because ordinary Fatui like me don't even know what Project Snezhnaya is all about. Without knowing the full picture, I can't make sense of it. And at some point, if things aren't making sense to me, I can't just keep going along with it.
So many people feel the same way. They wish they could do something, but all kinds of reservations hold them back. Explains why groups like the Roadcott are springing up to fill the gap.
Yes. Well, that's one option. But there are risks to consider with organizations like that. The Fatui does not encourage their activities.
Right, because things can get out of hand, and it's hard to hold the right people accountable when they do.
Sandrone said Odette was on track to inherit the title of the Fair Lady. If so, she'll be able to find out what Project Snezhnaya is really about. Still, it's probably a little soon to ask her about that. There may be more to the story.
What's on your mind? I think we can both agree that no matter which side you're on, it can't stop you from doing the right thing. Where there's a will, there's a way. I know what Rosaline did while she was abroad. You made the right decision, so no hard feelings. So, what's your plan?
Oh, we were gonna buy some Crystal. I heard there's some on the market right now.
Funny. I had the same idea. In that case, let me pay. I can claim it back as mission expenses. The real issue here is that government relief is behind schedule. Surely it makes more sense for the state to cover these costs than for us to pay out of our own pockets.
True. It's a huge expense after all.
Okay. Yeah, so we're still... Oh, I thought someone was eavesdropping on us. But, okay.
Let me see. I'll take it all, please.
Yeah, okay.
And I'll be needing a receipt.
So
Right.
we're just trying to help
Choose
with the
mission
heating
budget
problem or
under
the energy
expense
problem.
category,
Oh, a
but be sure to
Fatui
specify emergency rescue
counselor.
operation in the description. Otherwise, the normal reimbursement limit will... Let's book this train. Regulations say that if we need to transport Kresnik Crystal during
Kresnik
Project
Crystal,
Stuja,
that's what it's
extra
called.
carriages can be added 1 hour before departure.
Okay. So we're sending Crystal to
That
the
should do it. The train will be
city by
escorted
train.
to its destination by Fatui guards.
This is my first time seeing you handle Fatui affairs, Miss Odette. It seems you're as skilled an officer as you are a dancer.
You flatter me. It's only because I've been doing both my whole life.
That's crazy.
Anyway, I bet you've been non-stop today, am I right?
For the most
Any
part,
idea how
yeah.
Paimon's doing?
What's wrong? Who's Paimon?
Oh,
Her
yeah,
travel
right.
buddy hasn't been feeling well. She caught a cold right after...
Sounds like she's important to you. I can't believe you've been dealing with this on top of everything you've been doing to help the people of Snezhnaya.
I've got nothing going on right now, so I'll join you. I want to see how she's doing.
May I come too? I have some candy that someone gave me back in Svietlo-Laidovka. Plus, I know a little bit.
All right then, let's go. I still don't know what the deal is between these two, but at least the tension seems to have vanished.
Yeah, Alosha, I don't think you should get involved, honestly. I'm not sure of it myself as to how, I honestly myself have no clue exactly.
Pick up the pace.
Let me just, zoom on in.
Hello. Sorry, but there's a sick person recovering in this room. Can I help you?
What happened?
Oh, please. Ah, it's really you. At the same time, we can't interfere with Besides myself, a few of my colleagues are stationed in and around the restaurant. In plain clothes, of course. Rest assured, you're in safe hands.
Okay.
I didn't expect such a high standard of protection.
Well, Master Child handpicked us for this special assignment. We're not about to let anything go wrong. Anyway,
Man.
I won't keep you any longer. Please, head inside.
Tartaglia has been awesome right now. What a nice guy.
Traveler! Alosha, you're back! Oh, hey! Who's our new friend?
Hi, I'm Odette. The Traveler and I crossed paths a few times.
Another friend from the Fatui, huh? You're practically a member yourself by this point. Paimon's definitely on the mend. We should be back to our usual travels in a few days' time. Seems like that doctor was right. It's just... Paimon's limbs are still feeling a little chilly.
I have just the thing.
Whoa! What's this? Is that a flame inside an ice cube? Wait, is this
all keen observations? You're right. This is called Core Ignis.
Core Ignis.
Whenever I've caught a cold in the past, I found I recover much more quickly if I place this by my bed. You're welcome to borrow it.
Huh.
Awesome! Wow! It's your name was Odette, right? How did you two meet again?
Looks like she's in pretty good spirits. That's a relief. Any progress with your investigation yet?
Not really, no.
No surprises there, I'm sure. They're not likely to let anything slip. The Rokot, huh?
Yeah.
Let me think. Members of the Rokot keep their true identities hidden, but I think there might be someone I can introduce you to. Leave it with me. Meet me at the Korolyevsky troop tomorrow, and I'll tell you how it goes.
Okay.
Would anyone like a drink? I'm gonna head to the bar.
Paimon will have... enough with the secret chat, you two. Let's catch up proper. It'll be kind of like tabletop troop.
Oops, that's not the button I wanted. This. I forgot how to look at the travel log. That's in my inventory. Give me 2 seconds here. It should be in here somewhere. I think. What's this? Nope, not that. Is it in here maybe? Crap. Man, sometimes I can't remember how to freaking hell to find stuff. I feel like it would be in here, no? Blah blah blah. I guess I can't use the journal out inside, but yeah, okay, that's what it is. Okay, can't use the journal inside. Got it. Let me go grab. Hang on. Where? Okay, so I need to. It looks like there's an underneath area over here. So let me...
Time for more snow.
Yeah, let me get this teleport waypoint unlocked.
Pick up the pace.
That is one big heating mechanism. Where is this? Cryo oculi. I assume it's assuming it's up here. Oh, yep, there it is. 2 seconds, guys. I apologize. I'm kind of doing meetings. That's not right. At the same time I'm doing this, so I kind of have to. Okay. Oh, that's easy to get. Hold on. Come on. There we go.
Ah, you made it. I've got some ticket. It'll have to wait until after the show, though. Pleasure.
I think I might know who we're gonna meet here, but I'll wait.
Please present yourself for a routine inspection in accordance with theater regulations.
And I think... Who is that? I recognize that person.
Is that guy with the fatui?
Okay.
Oh.
All done.
I should know skip.
Thank you for your cooperation.
I didn't get a good look at him. I didn't think they would pan over to him. I forget that guy's name, but I remember him from the trailer.
What's up? Everything okay? Snezhnaya's business and political leaders are always passing through here, so still, it's a little unusual to see the Fatui's Armory Palace guard here. You saw him, right? The guy right at the back. He's part of the Special Assignments Battalion.
Yeah.
I only ever see him here for one thing. To look for a guy named Mitya.
Mitya.
Supposedly a researcher, though he never seems to put much time in at the office. The theater is one of his favorite places to hang out when he's
kind of a strange name.
Work.
Mitya.
But that's not for us to worry about. Let's go. The show's about to start.
Mitya. Yeah, that's a very unusual name.
Pretty impressive, huh?
It does kind of look like the Opera Epiclese.
Oh, the one in Fontaine? I hear it's iconic. Never seen it for myself, though. Here we are, just in time. Sorry, coming through.
If you're gonna show up late, keep your mouth shut.
What's his problem?
Yeah, what the fuck is wrong with you, buddy?
No point arguing with people like that.
Bro.
Look, there she is. That's who I'm introducing you to later.
Yep.
She's the lead singer of the troupe, Vodyanitsa.
Vodyanitsa, yep. God, her design is amazing. She has a microphone on her collar. That's actually really cute. Ooh, hit that note, girl. Damn. Wow. She has a beautiful such a beautiful voice.
Leads directly to the green room. They're expecting us. Vodyanitsa will be waiting for us there.
Vodyanitsa. Love the snow glass. I love the glass with the snow off. On the stage is amazing. Genshin never ceases to create designs that look stunning.
Hey there. Excuse me.
Can you believe it? I am so mad right now. Come in.
Yeah,
It's you two.
Oh, hi, Odette.
Huh? You know each other? Oh, wait. Is this who you were telling me about? The one you met yesterday and couldn't stop thinking about?
I never said that.
Yes, you did. Why are you denying it? It was right before I went on that rant about the moody factory owner. Oh, I remember it so clearly.
I love.
Might I ask what brings you two
It's
here?
crazy that Voydenitsa is a
I just brought her here to
4-star and
see
her
the
design
show.
is
And when
amazing.
I finished, she was full of praise for Voydenitsa's performance.
It's so.
So I thought I'd
It's
try
so
my
interesting
luck,
that
see if we could
like
get the chance to chat for a bit. Maybe get an autograph?
You work here. You of all people ought to know that's against the rules. It's not with the...
Oh, what's the big deal?
Yeah.
Come on, don't be shy. I can give you an autograph. You can take a picture too if you want.
I want to see her in the.
Do as you please.
Yeah, like I love how she has on her collar. She has the like a necklace with a microphone, like or like a speaker. Like you know how you like have a speaker or a microphone. Type of thing on her necklace on her chest. That's such a cool
Finished all my
detail.
shows for the day. I'll leave you to chat.
Hey, I love little details and eyes
I wasn't
and
making
clothing.
that stuff up, you know. Odette's just too proud to admit it. She thinks very highly of you, and so do I. You did the right thing in Svietloladovka.
We're good. Odette's out of earshot. I'll lock the door. Confidentiality, of course. The Rokat is very strict on that.
Whoa, Alosha! Not out loud! Not with an outsider here!
Relax, I've taken care of it. Look at this.
Okay.
The president's reply sent this morning. Wait, so she's been approved to join?
You told me last night that you wanted to get intel from the Rokat. Unfortunately, Rokat intel is only available to members.
Oh.
But ever since you set foot in Snezhnaya, we've been working
So
together.
what exactly
I've seen
is
way
the
you work,
Rokat?
your character, and your motives. Everything about you is perfectly in alignment with what we're trying to achieve in the Rokat. So I figured I might as well cut to the chase. I
Okay.
wrote a letter to the president explaining your situation, including just the right amount of detail. His approval came very quickly.
And who is the president of
course,
this
it's still your
organization?
decision whether you want to join or not. We'll respect your choice.
Well, assuming Odette was telling the truth and she didn't misjudge you, I guess we don't need to worry about you blowing our cover. Still, you gave me a real fright. I didn't know that's why you came looking for me. So, that stuff you said about admiring my performance was... Now you're talking. That's what I like to hear.
Anyway, let me give you a quick rundown of how things work. Like I said, the Rokat is a covert organization, and we hide our identities. Members typically don't meet in person or even know each other's identities. This helps us maintain a high level of independence and secrecy. Because of this, members are basically free to decide their methods without constraints, so long as the outcome of any activity doesn't violate the organization's principles.
After all, we don't have any ostensible contact with each other. This way, if anything goes wrong, no one else will be implicated.
Beyond the freedom to choose how you operate, it's also your choice whether to act at all.
Okay.
I have plenty of members who have yet to take any action. In short, joining the Rokat in and of itself won't place any restrictions on your activity in Snezhnaya. There's a code of conduct you can read if it interests you. But basically, as long as you don't plan on using your anonymity to go around doing evil, you'll be fine.
I tried reading it 5 or 6 times. Never made it all the way through. Even the most lackluster script makes for more interesting reading.
Great. Then I'll go grab an official application form. Be right back.
Well, Alosha has this pet dog, you see. His
Yes.
name's Tagarin.
We've met him.
And this one time, Alosha brought him backstage. Tagarin took quite a liking to me, so I played with him for a little bit and fed him some treats. Then, the Rokot was out on a mission one day, and even though we were all in disguise, Tagarin recognized me right away.
Just a coincidence, really. We didn't report it to the higher-ups, though, to avoid dealing with the fallout. Like... my job at the theater, for instance. I really need it to make ends meet. By the way,
got it.
What were you complaining about just before we came in?
Everything did not go okay. That's why I was so mad. I tried to make some small talk with him before I went on stage to fish for intel about the Iskra manufacturing plant. But he wouldn't take the bait. No matter what I said, he kept dodging the question. And then he started complaining. He said he didn't appreciate his second-rate seat in the stalls because he usually gets a private box.
Wow.
I mean, what did he expect? Everyone knows that if you want a box seat, you buy a ticket well in advance.
Like those tickets are pretty sure you buy first come, first serve.
Before the show, when we're practically sold out. I had to juggle things around just to get him a half-decent seat, hoping he would appreciate the gesture enough to share some information. But nope, he didn't give me anything.
Yeah, meeting Chuganov in person has definitely been a disappointing experience.
Was that the guy we passed by?
You probably don't know who we're talking about, do you?
Yep, it was.
The older guy you were sitting next to today.
To the citizenry, he's a family man and a kind boss.
I don't know about
our
that.
Interactions with him tell a very different story.
Yeah.
It's one thing to ask for a favor, but he acts like it's his right. He always expects special treatment. Take the ticket situation, for instance. I've actually gotten him a private box in the past, not to mention that he's never paid for a single one of his tickets. And another thing, if he's such a big family man, why doesn't he bring his wife and daughter to see the show once in a while?
Calm down, Vodyanitsa. If you won't do it,
valid crash out, honestly, though.
Hard way. But first,
hey, valid crash out, honestly.
Here's your application form. Go ahead and fill it out.
If someone wasn't paying for those tickets, I'd be mad too. Even. Yeah, sure. I need a part-time job. Mom told me to give it a try. It's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, that's funny. That's actually funny.
Excellent. We'll hold on to this for you. All right. Now that we're officially Rokot comrades, I can tell you. Chuganov is the target of our current operation. Recently, we've done some recon work at the Iskra manufacturing plant, which pretty much confirmed that their energy consumption is way beyond the legal limit. All we need now is some direct evidence to present to the Vetcha, so we can demand that they shut the plant down.
That way, the Kresny Crystal can be allocated to where it's needed most.
I was hoping he might let slip during one of our chats, but he's too tight-lipped. I'm meeting another regular theater goer tonight, Mitya.
Oh, Mitya, we've heard of him.
But Valeri's here too, and he's probably looking for Mitya, so he may end up being a no-show.
Don't you worry. He must know how to dodge Valeri, or he wouldn't be showing up on time for every... Mitya is a renowned energy expert.
Okay.
Although we can't get any direct evidence of the excessive energy consumption at the plant, we can accidentally let the information slip to him. The authorities should take someone like him seriously. So if he starts raising questions about energy use at the Iskra manufacturing plant, there will be a proper investigation. Also, we're not allowed on site, but he has clearance. So all we need is his cooperation. Yeah, so that's the other thing we're trying to figure out. Though I think we're far less likely to make any progress on that front. Still, I hear that Mitya is a bit of a chatterbox.
Okay.
So, who knows? Maybe if we catch him in the right mood, he'll let something slip.
What do
Okay.
you think? Sound like something worth your time?
All right.
Okay. In that case, you guys find a seat somewhere nearby. Pretend you're a couple of buddies there to eat, and keep your ears peeled for useful information.
Okay.
He's a huge fan, so I doubt he'll have his guard up around me. But you two need to be convincing. If he suspects anything at all, he...
Sure. Don't worry.
Perfect!
Okay.
Everything!
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of loose papers. Give me like 2 seconds, guys. Phone battery's a little low.
I like music. In fact, I've taught myself to play many different instruments. You don't believe me? Find me a piano, and I'll show you a thing or two.
Bro, I wish I could teleport to the restaurant. Why can't I teleport to the restaurant? Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Bless me. Frick. Bruh. How big is that cup?
So we
Oh,
shouldn't
okay.
stand out.
That cup looked a lot bigger for a second there.
Now it's up to Voronitsa. Let's see how the conversation goes.
Yeah, that cup looks as big as her head. Like, what the heck? Oh, this guy. Okay.
Mr. Mitya! Over here! Over here!
So that's Mitya.
Oh, sorry. I got a little held up on my way here. Now we have even less time than we planned. Go ahead and order some snacks and drinks. Whatever you like. Let me see. According to my schedule, we...
You're really pressed for time today, huh? I was imagining this would be a leisurely chat. If you'd prefer, we can always reschedule for another afternoon when you have more time.
No need. Getting to meet the lead singer is a very precious opportunity for me. I'm not about to pass it up. I've already had to decline your invitation several times because our schedules rarely align. If I don't grab this chance while it's here, who knows when the next one will come around?
The heck was that?
Well, it's very kind of you to make time just for me.
I'm not too sure, to be honest. But Snezhnaya is full of weird and wonderful things like that, so people tend not to bat an eye. I'm sure the same will go for the Eye of Grey and Paimon.
Oh, yeah.
The reason I invited you out for tea and a chat today was to get some feedback from a true fan of the theater.
Well, I genuinely have nothing bad to say. No matter how many times I hear you sing, it never gets old. It always seems fresh and new somehow. Maybe it's because the more times I listen, the more details I notice. Or maybe you simply improve with every performance, delivering it better each time.
Thank you! I'm delighted to hear that. Could you give me any specific examples?
Oh, yeah. That, the piece you sang today, for example. Beneath the Frozen River? Hey, what's with you? I'm just praising a good performance.
What?
I always used to
Why
find
is his scarf? His scarf is like Doctor Strange's. Doctor Strange's cape. What the heck?
Nihilistic as it appears. When you really dig down into it, there's a certain level.
Wow, I'm impressed. I didn't expect you to pick up on that. Actually, I only tried out that angle after talking with a composer. Still, Beneath the Frozen River wasn't on today's program.
Oh, really? But it's a classic. You sing it every time.
Almost every time.
Oh. Well then.
let me say a few words about that other all-time classic, Flying in the Wind from the Mountain Sparrow.
I didn't sing that one today either. My voice wasn't quite up to it, so I switched it out at the last minute.
Oh, but...
Sorry, Mr. Mitya, but you were at the theater today, yes?
Of course I was. Remember? I said hello to all the troupe members before the show started. You, Odette, and the others.
So, what did Odette sing today?
Elegy of the Snow-Winged Goose, of course.
Correct. I see. I see. You find my singing boring, don't you? That's why you don't remember a single song. Looks like I'll need to cut a few from the program next time.
No, that's not it. I swear. All right. I'll be straight with you. I'm sorry. My mind was wandering as you took the stage today.
That guy's scarf.
I enjoy watching your shows because the exquisite performances stimulate the mind. It always sparks some inspiration for my research. So, whenever I get stuck at work, I come to the theater for a change of pace.
That's fair.
Odette's dance during the elegy of the Snow-Winged Goose today was simply incredible. It got me wondering what she's been going through recently. That look of sheer defiance in the face of utter tragedy, it was so inspiring. I started scribbling in my notebook right away. Not that I made a ton of progress in the grand scheme of things, but I still think it was productive. By the time I snapped out of it, the entire show had finished.
So what you're saying is, you didn't listen to my singing at all?
Unfortunately not. I'm sorry, I don't know which is more disrespectful. The fact that I don't always come for the show itself, or the fact that I missed your performance.
Seems like
This guy might have ADHD or something.
Mitya just stepped into a conversational minefield. If there's one thing Vodyanitsa doesn't like, it's people who show disrespect for her performance. This meeting was so hard to set up.
Yeah, this guy might have ADHD or something. Not Alosha, but
It's fine. I suppose this is affirming in its own way. At least it shows that our performance.
yeah, this
really
guy with the scarf and the purple.
Right? Don't let it bother you.
He might have
certainly
ADHD.
doesn't bother me.
She's showing a lot of restraint.
Well, I'll be sure to let Odette know how much you adored her performance.
Please don't say that. I always love your performances too. It's
Mitya.
just that inspiration struck at the wrong time today.
Mitya, I don't know.
I'm usually all ears.
I know, I can tell. That's why I value your opinion. I'm sure some people can't stand it when others praise their coworkers right to their face, but not me. No, sir.
Fair enough. I still feel kind of bad, though.
But you know what I really can't stand? People who only show up to the theater to pretend that they're cultured. Makes me sick to my stomach.
Oh, yeah, 100%. There are too many of those people around. By the time they're walking out the door, they've forgotten all about the show. What's wrong? You look furious.
Oh boy.
I don't know if you've heard about the boss of the Iskra manufacturing plant. He isn't even a theater investor, but he always demands the same privileges as actual investors. Box tickets only, premium drinks, even the right to request specific songs.
Well played, Vodyanitsa. Seems like she's harnessing her rage to steer the conversation back on track.
Now that you mention it, I've interacted with that guy before. I gotta say, everyone holds him up as an example of a benevolent businessman, but I don't know. I don't see it.
Yeah, he couldn't care less about what's happening on stage. He's just there to flaunt his social status. I hate that I have to prepare programs for guys like that. What's the big deal with that factory he runs anyway? I asked around a bit and heard some pretty shocking stories. Sounds like he's just another greedy capitalist.
Oh, really?
Yep, the things people are saying are pretty damning. Low wages, insanely long working hours, equipment running around the clock. And as if that's not bad enough, he also strictly forbids his employees from giving any kind of interview. Project Stuja has now been extended so many times, we're at the point where crystal rations for the common folk are barely enough to survive on. Yet he even wants to get his greedy hands on them, just to boost his own profits. If the rumors are true, he's in serious violation of the law.
Interesting. So you've heard about it too?
What? So it's really true?
Who knows? I've only heard the same rumors you have. But there's no smoke without fire. The Rooster's been coming down on us hard lately, demanding that we track and trace every single batch of Crystal. My coworkers in the Department of Energy have been tearing their hair out over it.
The Rooster? I didn't realize he cared that much.
Okay.
Yeah. Even though there are no restrictions on Crystal trading, the poor will wind up freezing to death if we let the rich buy as much as they want. That's clearly unfair. Looks like we'll need to arrange an investigation into the Iskra manufacturing plant as soon as possible. I never knew you kept up with current affairs beyond the theater, Miss Vodyanica. You really have a heart for the common person. Most Fae in your position have long been indifferent to the plight of humans.
Well, those of us who choose to live in human cities are naturally going to pay attention to any significant upheaval. Isn't the Rooster a Fae himself?
Yeah, he is.
I'm just surprised to learn that even someone with as much
Yeah,
experience
Vodyanica
as
is a
him
Fae,
so
but her
stressed
ears,
out
I guess,
over
are covered
Project
by her,
Stuja. What is the
unless
end
those
goal
are
of
her
this
ears.
project anyway?
This is it. We're finally going there.
I'm sure Mitya can sense on some level that she's fishing for information. But since their conversation is so relaxed, he might just let something slip.
It's stressing me out too. If I'd
I don't
only
know
made
if
better
those,
progress with my
yeah,
research,
when he
things wouldn't have
says,
dragged on this long.
Oh, so your
like,
work is related to Project Stuja?
That's right. The armory
they
palace
usually have
needs a
like
brand new
elf ears,
energy
but I
source,
can't see
not
elf
the power
ears.
of
I don't know
the
if they're
light
covered
realm,
by
and not
the,
elemental energy.
like,
Right now, the only thing that meets the requirements is the power contained within stellar linchpins.
like the fin.
But harnessing that
those
power is
rations.
costly. Each step of the process requires enormous amounts of Kresnik crystal. From
Okay.
extraction to quantification to attempts at conversion. Progress has been painfully slow, and the team is getting burned out as time goes by. Sometimes, I see people staring into space as if in a trance.
Could it be that this new energy source has side effects?
No, it doesn't affect us, because the energy is used for... Okay, I got it. Stop choking me. Sorry, I can't talk about that. I think we're all just exhausted. We've been working ourselves to the bone for so long with so
Bro, what
little
is with
progress
this
to show
scarf,
for it.
bro?
It's no wonder people are struggling to stay motivated.
Seems like I owe you an apology. I shouldn't have gotten so mad at you for not paying attention during the show.
Don't worry about it. I count myself lucky, to be honest. I don't envy the people who work closely with the Tsaritsa herself. I'd much rather be in my current position. At least I don't have to shoulder any major responsibilities.
So they're trying to develop a completely new kind of energy. Yeah, censored by a scarf. Who would have thought?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh dear, it looks like my time is up. I'm afraid I have to leave. I'm so sorry. We ended up barely talking about the theater.
That's okay. It was a pleasure chatting with you, really.
Let's make up for it next time. Yeah, hopefully once the work pressure eases up a little, I'll be able to focus more on the performance, and then we'll have more to discuss. We touched on some confidential issues today. I'd be grateful if you could keep it between us.
That could have gone worse.
Nice job. Why was Mitya in such a hurry to leave, though?
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Sorry, routine inspection.
Oh, no. Valerie?
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
So he wasn't rushing to get back to work. He must have calculated that Valeri would find him here in exactly 25 minutes. That's frighteningly accurate.
One of the main duties of the Special Assignments Battalion is to ensure that important figures stick to their schedules.
Special Assignments Battalion.
All right, time for us to get going too. Excuse me, check please.
We'll settle our check too then.
Oh, hello there. Mr. Mitya paid the check before leaving.
Oh, that's nice of him.
He also asked me to pass on a message. He said it was an honor to share his tea break with Miss Vodyanitsa and her 2 friends.
Huh?
Wait.
So he knew we were here all along? This raises a lot of questions. Did he deliberately mention the new energy source so that we'd overhear it? Maybe his work isn't confidential after all. Maybe the key here is the purpose of this new energy. I guess that's the next thing to look into.
Interesting. Maybe those are her ears.
Vodyanitsa and Alosha have both left.
Well, I guess those are Vodyanitsa's ears. The, like, fins. Or flipper-looking things. I thought Faye always had elf ears. I didn't think they would have, like, fish-like ears.
You're pretty early today. Paimon was just gonna mention that. After she woke up today, Paimon felt like her temperature was completely back to still.
Okay.
There's some
good adaptation. News. I guess you're adapting to the cold.
Paimon thinks she might have figured out the source of the problem.
Oh.
It's like there's some kind of mysterious power affecting Paimon. Paimon's never felt this way before during any of her travels. She only started feeling this way since we arrived in Snezhnaya.
That's right. The Armory Palace needs a brand new energy source.
Could that have something to do with this?
What is it? You're making that face again. So, they're trying to develop a new energy source here? Well, Mitya denied that the energy they're researching has any side effects. Although, he did say that people working on the project have been having issues with it. Even so, those are completely different symptoms from Paimon's. It's pretty faint, so it's kind of hard to tell. But, if anything...
The armory.
It seems like it's... Sure, Paimon's with you there. But how, though? The robot only has a limited amount of it. Oh, great point!
Yeah, we could go to that.
Project Snezhnaya every day. If we could sit... Good idea! Oh yeah, while you were out, Paimon tried all the... This one seemed right up your...
So we're going to the Venya. Now it looks like.
Alosha replied. He says that we won't be able to speak at the Vetja, but he can arrange for us to attend as visitors.
Yeah,
Tell him to get ready. Then head to the Snezhnaya Vetja.
Snezhnaya Vetja. Alright. Alright, let's see what happens.
Take a break.
Oh, there's Vodyanitsa.
Miss Vodyanitsa, prima donna of the Korolievsky troupe. What a surprise meeting you here. Will you be sitting in on a session of the Vetja?
Sorry, I'm not taking interviews today. Oh good, you're here. The session's about to begin.
Please wait, Miss Vodyanitsa. Could you introduce me to your new friend?
Sorry, don't have the time, lady. Okay, the rooster.
In summary, the energy management commitments made for the outgoing period have been delivered upon. Furthermore, both the production and consumption
Number 5 of the Harbingers
show clear signs of stabilizing. The relevant agencies have assessed the present circumstances and determined that the status quo can be sustained until the next period. For detailed statistics, I would refer you to the industry reports that have been distributed to all persons present. It should also be noted that while the recent blizzards have led to a significant increase in people's energy expenses, this is strictly a short-term phenomenon associated with a remotely located monster. Her Majesty the Tsaritsa is giving her full attention to this matter. We should have every confidence that it will be dealt with
Snezhnaya, I see
swiftly and
Pantalone.
conclusively. A financial report on disaster relief is also present in this report, courtesy of Pantalone.
They cover the same old ground every single time. The rooster never seems to mind, but everyone else is getting tired of it. There's a general lack of trust. People aren't seeing any tangible benefits that affect them directly. Of course, none of that will be reflected in any of the reports on the table.
Yeah, if it weren't for these hard copy documents, I could have at least made something up. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just out here trying to hit my interview quotas. Bring out the kvass. Ever read it? Best-selling newspaper in town.
If I remember correctly, you guys don't even have a sales permit. You have to sell from stalls on the street.
Okay then, best-selling street stall newspaper in town.
What is that she's drinking?
Order! We will now open the floor to the representatives.
Oh, there's Child.
If there are no further substantive issues to discuss, we will then proceed to a vote on this motion.
Snezhnaya has a long tradition of treating members of the Fatui armed forces and their dependents favorably. But recent surveys shows that Fatui families in remote areas have access to 15% less crystal than the average civilian family in Snezhnograd. It's been said many times before, but it bears repeating now. There needs to be a clear and consistent rationale behind how crystal is allocated, or we will soon face immense public backlash.
Perhaps you wouldn't need to keep repeating yourself if you would hear me out for once. I say again, true consistency exists only in principle. In the real world, fairness is relative. You appear to treat resource allocation as a simple function of production and population. So what about when the equipment used in production breaks down? Have you factored that into your equation? And do you even know how long it's been since Snezhnaya last conducted a census?
If I knew the answers to questions like that, I'm sure I'd be a very wealthy man. And I doubt I'd be going by Child. I'd like to bring the focus back to the specific issue I raised. Or do you wish to deny that favorable treatment for Fatui dependents is our long-standing policy?
It's easy to be a critic when there's no accountability. That seems to be a running theme in the anti-Project Stuja cohort. Defeat the ringleader and all other problems will magically resolve themselves. That's what they seem to think. But in case you aren't aware, not one jot in my report would change whether Project Stuja continues or not.
So you have no intention whatsoever of finding a solution to this problem?
On the contrary, I'm the only one here who ever brings solutions.
Well, then bring one.
Opened by speaking up for the armed forces. Regraders struck back with style and a war of words ensued.
What is going on?
Our reporter was live on the scene to get the audience's reaction as it all unfolded. Who do you support? The people have spoken.
Now you see why they don't have a sales permit.
Yep.
However this reporter wants to spin things, I haven't forgotten that Tartaglia was representing the Northland Bank when we first met in Liyue.
Yeah.
So, surely their relationship can't always have been this strained.
You two are getting off topic. Let's focus on what the data is saying.
Mr. Pantalone, may I speak on your behalf?
Oh, please do. I'm more than happy to save my breath.
Crystal distribution policy undergoes modifications with each new period. The ultimate goal being to find the most reasonable method of allocation, which I believe is what Mr. Tartaglia also seeks. But I fear many may have been misled on this topic by extremist activists. To clarify, Project Stuja is not the root cause of the problem. It is merely a framework for resource distribution. The most recent reports all point to Snezhnaya's resilience and adaptability during this period of fine-tuning, and give clear indications that a distribution framework is improving with each iteration. To make drastic adjustments without first considering the risks would likely do more harm than good. It would be a waste of the hard-won experience we've gained to date.
Renowned scholar of finance, Arapov spoke up with the notorious Lelex still active to this day. Should the Rokot be held responsible? No.
She's just rephrasing what Mr. Pantalone said. The Rokot are the critics he accuses of taking no responsibility for their actions. As for Lilik, you won't have heard of him yet. He's currently the most famous member of the Rokot. Well, more like infamous.
Lilik.
Ending Project Stuja has become an obsession for him. Unlike the more decent ones among us, he believes that votes in the Vetcha are all that matter. So whether it's threats, coercion, or bribery, he'll use whatever means necessary to get people to change their vote.
Interesting.
And since we're already on the subject, what do you think of Lelek's methods? Are you for or against? Well, whatever the story is, his actions benefit us all. We stand with Lelek.
At least someone here wants to take this discussion seriously. I've been considering that issue myself. What you really need is more precise regional data, right? I think it would be easiest to let the Fatui handle it, since they're already in charge of Crystal shipments anyway. We may as well get them to collect some data while they're at it. Whatever you need, you can ask the Fatui to look into it for you. In terms of supervision, I think the Druzhna would be a good fit. I had hoped to discuss this with Miss Vesna, but sadly, she's not present.
I will be happy to take a note of your suggestions and present them to Commander Vesna for a decision upon her return. The Commander has always taken a keen interest in Project Stuja. However, given the Druzhna's demanding workload, I'm afraid it may prove difficult for them to provide any practical support.
Let us refrain from jumping to conclusions until a concrete and actionable plan is in place.
My apologies, Lord Rooster.
There are numerous issues to address here, including manpower, time sensitivity, and reporting lines. Nevertheless, I support drafting a proposal. Follow the usual procedure, and it can be raised as a new motion for all parties to evaluate at the appropriate time.
In that case, I'd like to share one thought before the proposal is drafted. The issue of time sensitivity was raised just now, which I presume relates to the official reports. In fact, the Energy Commission already collects regular statistics on each urban center and its surrounding area. Would these be of any use?
That's a good idea. I read every issue of Svietlolaidovka's report, and although my focus is mostly on the section about equipment operation, the energy consumption statistics also yield a lot of insights.
Be that as it may, does no one see an issue with using local data to determine Crystal quotas? In the long term, it seems like a very risky solution.
Not if they are used purely for reference. So long as we have the report from the Northland Bank's headquarters to corroborate it, no one will be able to fool me.
Very well then. It appears that this arrangement is acceptable to all parties.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
The members reached a provisional consensus on the issue of improving treatment for Fatui soldiers. Today, the prima donna of the Korailievsky...
Write anything like that again, and I'm revoking your permission to interview the troop. Got it?
Now then, if there are no further contributions from those present, we shall proceed to the final vote.
Hey, check it out!
Oh, it's that guy.
What made him vote against? Why now?
The votes have been tallied. Those in favor of continuing Project Stuzha total 61%, securing a clear majority.
That was too close. The margin has shrunk yet again. Chuganov was a huge loss.
I'll bet Lelik is behind this. I wonder how Pulcinella will respond this time.
Chuganov. I see. Lelik strikes again.
Yes. Go, Lelik.
Who is this Lelik?
Project Stuzha is defeated,
In accordance with the result of this vote, Project Stuzha will remain in effect until the next Vecha period. Finally, may I remind us all, we debate only for the greater glory and solidarity of our nation. May the aurora shine ever on, and the tundra always stand firm. The session is concluded.
I have to say, I really wasn't expecting Chuganov to vote against Project Stuzha. Well, in principle, Snezhnaya's business and political elites ought to be the ones least likely to oppose it. As we heard, Project Stuzha is basically just a resource distribution framework that requires everyone to cut back during the winter. But even if the policy got cancelled, the Tsaritsa's energy needs wouldn't suddenly go down. The extra demand from the public would have to be filled from somewhere. So logically, I got a letter from Mr. Mitya just before today's session. He said he's confirmed that there are issues around overtime and excessive energy consumption at the Iskra manufacturing plant. In a situation like this, once the Rooster receives the report, he'll order the factory to halt production and submit to an investigation before issuing a penalty. But that's a week-long process, and thus didn't make it onto the Vecha agenda this time. I don't think he suspects anything so far. Exactly. And as you know, he's a very selfish person. I was originally gonna try and flip him after he received notice of the official sanctions. My plan was to convince him that the whole thing was completely unfair. Rather than just sit back and take the hit while his factory stopped production, he'd be better off voting to end Project Stuzha. At least that way, no one else would be able to make any money either, because all the factories would suddenly have more limited energy to work with. But now, he's already voted against it, which means someone must have used more forceful... Yeah, no one knows why Lelik is so obsessed with ending Project Stuzha. But
Lelik must have strong motivations, given how... Maybe my next step should be to focus on...
Oh, right. What are your plans for the rest of the day? Shall we head out?
Hey, comrade. I noticed you were here during the debate.
I didn't take you for a political enthusiast.
Greetings, Harbingers. I just happened to have some free time today, and my new friend here thought it might...
Ah, Odette must have introduced you.
I'll leave you to catch up. I should...
Sure. Break a leg and all that. Thought it might be fun to check out the Vecha, did you? Things are never that simple with you, Traveler. There's no way you're here for kicks and giggles. Tell me I'm wrong.
Oh, yeah. To some, he's a captivating enigma. To others, he's the bane of their existence. No one ever thought that some anonymous nobody from the Rokot could cause such a stir. Huh? You want to look into Lelik? Then I'm sure his days of anonymity are numbered. What do you think, Sandrone?
Fine by me, I guess. If the Traveler actually manages to expose Lelik, it'll be doing Pulcinella a favor. In return, it seems fair to let her in on what we've learned so far.
My thoughts exactly. Sharing is caring, after all. Head back to Glupov and grab the files on Lelik. It's easier to just pull the records than go through the rigmarole of getting the Traveler a visitor's permit.
As you command, child, sir.
In that case, since we're going to be waiting anyway, I'll have someone brew a pot of black tea.
One common thread among the many incidents Lelik has been involved in is that the victims are all too scared to share any real information about him. Clearly, he must have threatened them in some way. His modus operandi is to silently infiltrate the scene and leave a threatening letter behind. But neither the letters nor the crime scenes ever yield any clues to his identity. So all these files have to offer are short statements by the people affected. They don't give us a lot to go on.
Interesting.
If nothing else, it shows we're dealing with a trained professional who's versed in counter-surveillance.
Yes, and to that point, he often strikes in highly secure locations. The victims are high-ranking and influential people who take their personal security very seriously. Somehow, Lelik slips right into their rooms without making a sound. There's never any eyewitnesses, nor the slight. If he can get in and out undetected, it means he can strike without warning. Not that that's ever happened so far, but the thought is enough. It's hard to believe that a human being could pull this off flawlessly every time. So they switched the focus of the investigation to Faye. Unfortunately, no one's found any. Careful, don't underestimate me. Although truth be told, I'd probably find it hard not to blow my cover. Direct confrontation is more.
We haven't ruled out the possibility of Lelik being human. It's just, there can only be a handful of people in all of Teyvat who'd fit the profile. Faye, on the other hand, plenty would have the...
No, not as strong as me. You'll never find the culprit with criteria like that. Let's go with a little weaker. There's no denying that Master is strong, but meticulous. We can only hope.
She's just trying to find a reference point. Stop getting fixated on who's stronger than who.
But that's the most important thing. In my opinion, anyway.
Typical child.
Odette? Yeah, that seems about right. Her skills are solid, and she's always calm under pressure.
Except she's Fatui, so the likelihood of her working against us is pretty low. But yeah, much more accurate than your previous example, at least.
No, wait a moment. Maybe we should interrogate that assumption.
What do you mean? Which assumption?
Her Fatui identity doesn't necessarily exonerate her. And when you think about it, the Rokot would be precisely what she needs to conceal her identity.
Plus, she wouldn't need to be such a pro at covering her tracks. She'd already know where the Fatui will be and when. So she could choose the perfect time to act. Oh, yikes. I was just thinking out loud. Why is this starting to sound like... Still, what reason could Odette possibly have for trying to call off Project Snezhnaya?
Arlecchino would be the best person to ask. She knows Odette best. Unfortunately, Rosaline used to open up to her in private about her struggles with Odette. As I'm sure you can imagine, Arlecchino is quite a lot better with children than Rosaline was.
That's true.
She gave her some tips on how to handle the situation, and Rosaline managed to reach a settlement with Odette before leaving. So I suppose there were at least no lifelong regrets left behind. Beyond that, I don't know the details about that side of things. But I do know that Odette definitely has a motive to hold a grudge against Project Snezhnaya. The reason being, her father passed away during the early stages of the project.
Oh.
That was back before it had been named Project Snezhnaya, when things were still being worked out. But in essence, it's remained the same ever since.
Huh. The more you know. Rosaline was always so self-centered. I never understood why she started paying so much attention to Odette. Is that such a surprise? If you cast your mind back, you may remember that Rosaline and I weren't exactly close.
Yeah, far from
we
it.
We had tea together a few times, but that was about it.
Yeah.
Odette's past is no secret. Her father was a Fatus, and her mother was a very famous ballerina. On the surface, it looks like she followed right in her parents' footsteps.
Seems.
But the truth is quite a different story. After her father passed away on a mission, her mother was overcome with grief. She broke her leg during a performance and could never dance again. Odette was only interested in ballet at the time, but this tragedy left the family with both breadwinners gone. They could barely make ends meet. Per Capitano's policy, family members of Fatui who died in the line of duty had to be appropriately accommodated and provided with adequate assistance. So, regardless of how Rosaline may have felt about it, It fell to her to resolve the issue of Odette's family's livelihood. In the end, the solution they agreed upon was to have Odette join the Fatui.
Right, because the alternative would have been a one-off compensation payment, I guess. In that sense, joining up was definitely the better option. Still, she must have had mixed feelings about it, right? If she doesn't even like the Fatui.
It's just a theory, a possibility. But as a motive for Odette to become Lelik, it holds up. That said, I have no idea where Odette's head is at right now, or what her conflict with Rosaline was about. Plenty of people were on bad terms with Rosaline. I have no intention of trying to figure it all out. Yes, but there's not much point in discussing that now.
Yeah, back to Lelik. Since our investigations so far have turned up next to nothing, we've got nothing to lose by trying a new angle. Funnily enough, Tonya and I had actually made plans to go to the theater tomorrow to watch Odette's rehearsal. Unfortunately, thanks to this Lelik situation, I'll be stuck working overtime again. Which means you can go in my place.
Oh, we're gonna meet.
No point wasting the ticket. Plus, you'll get to meet Tonya.
Hey, let's go. I would love to meet Tonya.
Quite the classic ballet. It was passed down through Odette's mother's family for generations, though it hasn't been performed in years.
Interesting.
But Odette's been practicing it diligently, and it's finally ready for a return to the stage. Excitement is through the roof. Tickets for the official...
Tonya's excited for it too. She's desperate to see it no matter what.
I've actually seen it several times before. The story's pretty straightforward. It's a tale of love and regret. So not exactly reinventing the... But when that classic melody kicks in, and the lead... Not an easy dance to do justice to, though. I know it's always been Odette's dream to perform this piece, but I'm not sure she's really ready.
In that case, I think that even if she is Lelik, we should wait until her performance is over before we respond. I'll let you take it from here, comrade.
It's a very interesting dynamic here.
Pick up the pace.
And so basically, there's some vigilante stuff going on here with Project Snezhnaya.
Sounds like you made a ton of progress today. Next step is to head back to the theater and get a clear either way. Paimon doesn't get the sense that she's a bad person. Maybe this is going too far, but like, why leave a letter when she could, well, we know there are plenty of other ways, so if it is her, she's got some principle. Yeah! Well, all you can do, no change, really. But that thing Paimon told you about yesterday? Paimon feels like, oh, hearing you talk about your day makes Paimon itch for an adventure. If only she could be...
Yeah, I wish you could be there too. I'm not used to adventuring alone.
Guess it's just one of those things. Never mind.
If Odette is Lelik, she may well have inside information on Project Snezhnaya. Her father was involved with the project's early implementation and tragically died in the process. It's hard to imagine she could have gotten this far without knowing anything at all about the Tsaritsa's true intentions. When she spoke to us as a member of the Fatui, how much did she let on? Only time will tell.
Hey look! It's snowing! Could be a tough day ahead.
Act 1 complete. Look at Paimon sleeping. So that was Act 1. Oops. Yeah, I guess we'll start on Act 2. How long have I been going for? 2 hours.
How tiresome.
Oh. Oh, okay. Hmm.
Ooh, it sure is cold today. I wonder how much heavier the snow's gonna get. Here to see Odette? I just need to see your tickets for the preview. Perfect. Thank you. I'll hold on to your tickets. Come on in. It's freezing outside.
I think I'll probably end the stream soonish. I think I'm stuck in a no end here. It's gonna be it's gonna be a lot of dialogue.
I think I'll leave the Lelek question until after the show's over. Then I'll go find Odette. Child said he was originally going to come with Tonya. So I'm guessing Tonya's already here somewhere.
I guess.
Is there anyone here who looks like a Tonya?
Well, there's a woman back.
Let's see.
There's a woman there.
It's a small audience. Makes sense for a preview. But
those two.
I do see some familiar faces.
Yeah.
Mr. Chuganov's back again by the looks of it. Oh, and is that Mitya?
Mitya.
And that Fatui officer, Valeri.
Valeri.
I guess he must be playing cat and mouse with Mitya again.
Yeah, where's Tonya?
Oh no. It looks like the show's starting, and I still haven't found Tonya. Never mind. I'll just have to take a seat for now and see if I can catch her afterwards.
Huh. I feel like is that supposed to happen? Okay. Oh. I feel like that wasn't supposed to happen.
Hello, members of the audience. I'm a staff member here at the theater. Today's performance was a very special one for us, as it marks the first attempt in a long time to revive the classic Snezhnayan ballet, Spirit Seeker. To commemorate this occasion, we would love to take a group photo of the cast, crew, and audience members present today. Could I kindly ask the audience to please come up onto the stage?
All right, everyone, huddle in a little more. Now, look at the camera. 1, 2, 3.
That's cute.
Are you quite satisfied, Mr. Energy Scientist? I rather hope you don't have any other escape plans to add to my workload today.
What are you talking about, Sarge? This was simply my way of inviting you to watch Miss Odette's new show with me. And wasn't the performance spectacular? In the future, I heartily encourage you to take a leaf out of my book. Find some soul-nourishing pastimes to enrich your time outside of work.
It was indeed a fine performance, but I must correct you on one point. This is not time outside of work. These are working hours.
Working hours and non-working hours are just a social construct. Human technology can never advance if we're too rigid in our thinking, Sarge.
May we leave now?
Already? I mean, I was kinda hoping to soak up the atmosphere for a little longer, but off we go then, Sarge. Back to the land of working hours. Lead the way.
Tonya?
That has to be her. Excuse me? Are you Tonya? Huh? Your brother's busy today, so I took his ticket. Don't worry about him. He's fine.
Oh, okay. Sorry for the trouble.
What's wrong? Are you sick?
No, I'm fine. It's nothing.
Didn't sound like nothing.
Maybe she caught a cold on the way here because of the weather?
Oh.
I haven't seen snow like this in a long,
Why are we holding... Why... Someone shut that door.
I know. It's completely white out there. You can barely see a thing. I've never seen such heavy snow in my life.
Why are we leaving the door open? All the cold air's gonna get in.
You'd be lucky not to freeze to death in this weather, let alone find your way.
Then shut the door.
Look at that. Maybe we shouldn't be in such a rush to get back after all. What do you think?
Let's wait and see.
Why do you need to take it so seriously? Fate has given us this wonderful chance to take a break. We owe it to ourselves to make the most of it.
Come to think of it, there's a small inn not far from here that always keeps plenty of extra blankets on hand for guests. I know the route well. Shall I head over and borrow a few blankets? That way, anyone in a hurry can wrap up warm for the journey back. Just remember to return them next time you're over this way.
Sir, there's really no need to go to all that trouble.
Hey, it's no trouble at all. Wait here, I'll be right back.
Oh boy. Why do I get a bad feeling? Why do I get a bad feeling?
What a kind gentleman. Very good. My wife and daughter are waiting for me at home, so I shall be heading back as soon as I get my blanket.
So... Are you expecting us to go back to the Armory Palace wrapped in blankets too?
Don't worry about that. I made arrangements in advance. Should I not return to the Armory Palace within 3.5 hours after Operation Showtime begins, an armed squad will be sent to collect us. They will escort us back. You are one of our key military personnel, so any weather-related risks must be eliminated.
Operation Showtime?
That's crazy.
So, wait. Every single time you drag me back to work when I sneak out, it's a whole official operation? I gotta say, you've really turned this into quite a moral dilemma for me.
It's snowing pretty hard out there. I think you should stay here for now. You seem a little under the weather.
Sure. My brother might come pick me up in a bit anyway.
Time to get to work. I should head backstage and find a...
Excuse me, are you looking for someone? A fan, I'm guessing? Today is just a dress rehearsal, so Miss Odette won't be meeting with fans. Sorry, but that area is currently off limits to...
Bad timing, I guess. Well,
Why do we still have the door open?
I doubt Odette will be
Oh my
leaving
God.
before the snow lets up in any case.
Shut the damn door. Oh my God.
What happened to the gentleman who went to fetch the blankets? How has he still not returned?
I was thinking the same thing.
Do you see what's out
It's
there?
still snowing very hard. Do you think something might have happened to him?
whatever the reason for his delay, I must say I hate nothing more than people who make empty promises and fail to deliver.
Well, then why don't you do it?
Well, I have to treat my employees like that on occasion, but that's different.
Is it though?
You seem anxious, Mr. Valeri.
It's been nearly 4 hours since I left the armory. The army should have arrived to extract us by now. They know how much I despise tardiness and disrupted plans. There's simply no reason that they shouldn't have shown up by now.
Bro.
Barring exceptional circumstances.
Yeah.
Surely a snowstorm like this one counts as such.
Yeah. Dude, do you see what's out there?
Few things in this world can stop the Snezhnayan army, Mr. Mitya. And a snowstorm is certainly not one of them.
You sure about that?
Why don't you go out and take a look? They might be right outside, waiting for your orders before they dare come in.
An absurd hypothesis. I have no intention of leaving your side for even a moment until I have escorted you back to the Armory Palace.
This doesn't look like an ordinary snowstorm to me. That guy who left earlier. It looked like he just vanished into thin air. Either that, or my eyes were playing tricks on me.
A man-eating snowstorm? Come on. Night hasn't even fallen yet. Spare us the ghost stories.
I mean, I wouldn't say a man-eating snowstorm, but I definitely would say that this is no ordinary blizzard.
Traveler, didn't know you were coming today. How come you didn't say anything? Oh, right. I assumed you were looking for me and Vodenitsa. Odette's still backstage. Whoa, that's quite a snowstorm out there. I've been working backstage this whole time, so I didn't even
I
notice.
don't understand why they don't have
the audience hasn't left yet.
Huh. Is weather like this rare even in Snezhnaya?
Yeah, snow like this. I'm sure I've seen it out in the wild before, but never in the city. Actually, I take that back. I don't think I've seen snow this bad even in the wild. This is something else. It's not normal.
Again, I don't know why we have the door still open like that.
Snow like this isn't normal. Could it have anything to do with that monster people have been talking about?
We can't stay
Video game
cooped up here
logic doesn't
forever.
allow cold air
Someone
to
needs to go
seep
out and
in,
take a look.
seep into the building. Everybody would die, honestly.
No need. I have plenty of experience with snowstorms. Besides, I work here while you're an audience member. I should be the one to do it.
Snowstorms tell.
Everyone by the door. Careful not to let the snow soak into your shoes. In a snowstorm, you gotta look after your toes above all else.
Heading out, my man? Be careful. I've been told the snowstorm eats people alive.
That's not what she said.
Thanks for the advice. I am planning to be careful. I just want to take a quick look at the situation out there.
Oh. Good?
He's back! He's back! How was it? What's going on out there?
Did you see any soldiers patrolling the area?
Something about this storm isn't right. There's no one out there. I didn't see a single soul. And something in the air gives me the creeps. This isn't your average snowstorm. I suspect it might be related to recent events in our nation. I strongly advise everyone to stay here until the snow dies down.
And shut the...
Are you serious? So all of us are trapped here now? That sounds a little far-fetched to me.
You want to go outside and see? I, for one, am not risking my neck in that weather.
Same. If a professional says it's bad, then...
This just turned from a minor delay into a major hassle.
We can only hope that our friend who went to fetch the blankets just ditched us and went home.
Is it really that bad? But my daughter, I won't be able to read her a bedtime story tonight.
Huh? What are you all still doing here? Whoa! It's snowing hard! So now we're stuck here? Oh, this is terrible! Luckily, it was just a dress rehearsal today, so there aren't too many people here. On the bright side, the theater's always well stocked with supplies. If the snow still doesn't let up as we get into the evening, you can spend the night here, everyone. At least, I assume that's alright? Odette?
Fine by me.
This seems like a sensible backup plan under the circumstances. My thanks to the theater for being so accommodating.
What are you staring outside and praying for, my man? You anxious to get home too?
Oh, Your Majesty the Tsaritsa, I beg you, please do not let tonight's snowstorm stop. This is a golden opportunity to spend the night under the same roof as the 2 top stars.
I think I've changed my mind.
Yeah.
Sir, if you so much as look at us funny, you'll be seeing stars in a whole other way. Behave yourself, or you'll be...
It's getting colder. We need to keep the indoor temperature up.
So shut the
Close
door.
the door and lock it tight.
Thank you.
Let's head somewhere warmer.
Finally. Common sense, good lord. Hunter. Okay. Some details on this guy. Tonya. Odette. Details on this woman, no details on this guy. Okay.
And then there's the aristocrats. Easiest of all.
I don't. Do tell.
Because nothing horrifies them more than the thought of a cheap, coarse rope leaving creases on their precious milk.
Unexpected.
Well, look at that. I got myself a new listener.
And I am Chuganov, an entrepreneur. If my name is unfamiliar to you.
Are you really that famous, Mr. Chuganov?
Excuse me? Is that a...
Oh, I'll have to ask my rope later. He's probably tied up more.
Okay.
How are you feeling, Tonya?
I'm fine. Sorry to worry you. I'm used to it by this...
Child must take great care of his sister. He's never mentioned Tonya's illness, though.
You know, I actually find this whole thing kind of exciting.
How so?
Stuck in a strange place thanks to a snowstorm. Having to spend the night with a bunch of interesting characters. Exactly. It's like one of those stories where an ordinary school trip turns into a magical adventure. I'm fine, really.
Look after yourself. Otherwise, your brother will come after me.
My husband has major trust issues.
That's the price of marrying into wealth. You'll get used to it. Hello? Can I...
This is highly irregular. A delay of over an hour during an operation like this theoretically warrants a...
Sarge, the day you learn to let go and just enjoy why, hello, ma'am. I believe you... Any friend of the theater's star performers is a friend of mine. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Greetings. Major Valeri, head of the Special Assignments Battalion. Armory Palace... I am here to ensure Mr. Mitya's personal safety. Please let me know if I can be of any assistance.
Miss Traveler, I cannot help but notice that Miss Odette is stealing glances at me. Any idea what that could be about? I've racked my brains, but I can't think of anything I might have done to offend her. Perhaps she noticed me spacing out during her performance?
So, Mr. Mitya, is your work related to Project Suja?
Yes, that's right. The higher-ups in the Fatui transferred me from the Energy Commission to the Armory Palace because they wanted me to... Really? I can't even talk about that? Pretty sure it counts as part of my private life. All right, I won't say anything.
I don't think it's ever been this lively backstage before. Hey, have you seen Chuganov? I heard he was coming today.
I'm with you. This could be just the chance we need.
Yeah, I gotta figure out a way to coax some more intel out of him. I want...
For the Rokad, or just out of personal interest?
Shh! There are other people around. Don't say...
I have to say, even though today was a rehearsal and there were some hiccups along the way, Miss Odette's performance was one of the best I've ever seen. Even...
Oh, I couldn't agree more. Especially considering the weight of the subject matter. It takes a truly seasoned professional to do justice to a theme like love and regret. Do you think we were coming on too strong? Odette's ignoring us again.
What about you? What did you think of today's performance? Huh. That's actually a more insightful critique than I was expecting. My mother would agree. She's always thought that was my biggest flaw. Maybe I need to... I'll make sure to save a ticket for you when the show's performance ready.
This doesn't seem like the time or place to bring up the subject of Lelek. I need a chance to speak with her in private.
So unfair. Talk about double standards.
And now it looks like I've been spotted. You know Mitya too?
No, I don't. I just have a feeling that he might be dangerous.
How so? That's a little out of the blue. Why would you say that?
How's it looking, Alosha?
No change from this afternoon. Heavy snow with no sign of slowing down.
May I have your attention, please? The storm is unlikely to stop tonight, and it'll be even more dangerous outside at night than it was during the day. We at the theater owe everyone here a duty of care. Therefore, we strongly suggest that you stay on site overnight and avoid going outside unless absolutely necessary. In a few short moments, we'll give you a tour of the theater's various quarters. You can choose in the VIP room, the office, or backstage. Or...
I'll pass on sleeping on the stage. What if the snow is stopped by tomorrow morning? The early birds in the audience might think we're part of some experiment.
A drama about sleeping? That could be fun. Maybe we...
Not bad. Clear selling point, at least.
Could be anyone who doesn't wish to sleep on the stage, please follow me.
I guess I'll call it a night. Though, I feel like I won't sleep very well without... I'm sure she'll be worried that I haven't made it back yet. But as long as she looks out the window, she'll probably I wonder if she's feeling any better yet? At least...
Oh?
Ah, finally. Welcome back to the world of the living, lazy bones. I was about to wake you. The black mist is almost on us. Still waking up, huh? You know, the black mist. It's been chasing us from below ever since we were born. You're just dozy. There's no way you've forgotten. Come on, let's keep heading up. Onwards and upwards is the only way to survive. Don't listen to a word those black mist cultists say.
Here we go again.
What's going on? That black mist down there is creeping me out.
What the heck is
Black
happening?
Mist cultists believe that being swallowed by the Black Mist leads to everlasting peace. But if you ask me, they're just lying to themselves.
Okay.
We're the only heretics left. The only ones who refuse to give in. We
But
have
why
to keep
specifically us?
But how do you actually know that they're wrong?
Dangerous question there, Torgov. The moment your faith wavers, you start a chain reaction that ends in the collapse of your will. Put the question out of your mind. Stay strong and believe that the Black Mist means certain death.
Okay, but it's not my mind that's the problem.
I can't do this anymore. I've had enough of being forever on the run. What's the point of it all?
All this will pass eventually, I promise. Keep fighting. It will be worth it.
You accuse the Black Mist cultists of being liars. But you're lying too. There is no end to this path. It keeps going up forever. There was never any hope to begin with.
The cult of the Black Mist has poisoned your mind, Sobolova. Are you thinking of giving up as well?
I am. I think I'll take my chances with the Black Mist.
Oh, as much as I detest the Black Mist cultists.
Then I bid you both farewell. Let me put my personal opinions aside for a moment and say, fate always appears so impossibly complicated. But at moments like this, its raw simplicity, their fate was sealed from the instant they entertained doubt. From then on...
What is happening?
Torgov and Sobolova are gone. I never thought the day would come when even they would be swallowed by the Black Mist. Yes, it looks like it's satisfied. For now. This happens
Satisfied?
from time to
What the fuck does that mean?
But it won't be long before the Black Mist starts chasing survivors once again. No one knows how to stop its advance for good.
Well, we should make the most of the precious moments of rest that those two offer us. Huh? Are you really that sleepy, traveler?
What is going on?
What is it, Chuganov?
Is it morning already? Sounds like it's coming from next door. I should...
Don't look, Miss Tonya. Stay here. Okay.
What happened to them?
Oh. Yeah, they're not asleep.
These two people have passed away. And the strange thing is that somehow I knew this was going to happen. Have I seen this moment before? Or did I have some kind of premonition? I can't remember what it was.
Let me take a look.
What is... Yeah, oh, well, This is so weird, bro. What is this Black Mist stuff? I'm really concerned as to what the hell that all was. That came out of nowhere.
No vital signs in either of them. They're dead. The cause of death, however, remains unclear. No wounds on the bodies, no signs of a struggle, and no skin discoloration caused by the buildup of toxins.
But just last night, they were chatting and joking away. This is so sudden.
Could they have had pre-existing medical conditions? Even then, the odds of them both dying of sudden complications on the same night are extremely low.
It's hard to believe that they died of natural causes, nor does this appear to be a suicide. Who was the first to discover the bodies?
It was me. But these deaths have nothing to do with me, officer. I got up early because I wanted to see if the snow had stopped. Then I noticed that the door to this room was open, and it looked like there was a man and woman inside. I just went over to see what was going on. I had no idea they were...
I can corroborate this. I was doing my morning exercises near the stage. When I saw Mr. Chuganov heading this way, I followed him. I can also confirm that I didn't see a single person approach that room before him.
The snowstorm was raging all night, and it's still going now. There's no way someone could have come in from outside, correct?
You mean an intruder? No, not possible. I slept by the door last night as a precaution. There's no way I wouldn't have noticed if anyone had tried to open it.
Everyone, split into pairs and search the theater for anyone.
Is there an imposter among us?
I'll follow up with a full search of my own shortly. Go. There is no time to waste.
This Misha. Yeah, the
Nothing on your end either?
Backstage is clear.
scar for the personality, guys.
Activity.
I'm not liking
We
this.
checked the basement. Also clear. I don't think there's anywhere here that a living person could hide.
Are we certain that the theater doesn't have a back door? Or any tunnel or passageway wide enough for a person to fit through?
No, there's nothing like that. If people were sneaking in through some secret tunnel to avoid buying
Secret
a ticket,
tunnel.
we'd have sealed it off ages ago. I also checked the windows. All of them are locked from the inside, and there's no sign of anyone entering or leaving.
It sounds like we can safely rule out the intruder theory. If anyone came in during the night in this weather,
yeah, this
there'd be
Misha.
no way
Yeah,
for them to
Misha.
avoid
What
leaving
is up
footprints
with
or
you,
water
buddy?
stains.
This can only mean one thing. It's like one of those murder mysteries you see in novels and plays, isn't it? The ones where the killer is one of us.
We can't quite jump to that conclusion just yet.
Could he be right? It's hard to imagine something like that happening in real life. Set in a theater during a snowstorm, a murder takes place and the killer is among us. It's such
An imposter among us?
but it seems
I'm sorry.
unbelievable.
Looking at who the killer targeted and the clean entry and exit, it all adds up. I know what this is. It's obvious now that I think about it.
What is? What have you figured out?
Both victims were wealthy, well-known local merchants. And the door was deliberately left open so I would discover the bodies and witness the crime scene first thing in the morning. Such ruthless methods. This was your doing, wasn't it, Lelik?
Lelik?
You mean Lelik is among us? And he's the killer?
Lelik. I know this code name. Member of the Rokot, anti-Project Snezhnaya. Always works alone. I've read the case files at the Armory Palace. Walk me through your reasoning, Mr. Chuganov. What do you know about Lelik?
What now, huh? What now, Lelik? What more do you want from me? I already voted against Project Snezhnaya at the Snezhnaya Vecha. You snuck into my house the other day while I was asleep. Left a threatening letter. And I did all that you asked. But Project Snezhnaya cannot be so easily shaken. Not with the rooster in charge.
So he really was threatened by Lelik. That makes sense.
And now you're resorting to murder to threaten me. Isn't that right? I knew it. The Rokot despises the rich. The lives of the wealthy are but refuse in your eyes. Show yourself! Which one of you is Lelik, Tell me! I'll do whatever you want! Just stop playing these mind games!
Was this really Lelik's doing? Would Odette really do something like this? If Odette really is Lelik, this seems out of character. I'm probably the only one here with a compelling theory about Lelik's true identity. But if I what should I do?
I don't think it's likely that Lelik killed anyone. At least from the stories I've heard, he's never killed anyone before. And his name has never come up in connection with any murder cases. Besides, even if Lelik did want to threaten you, why resort to such an extreme and roundabout method? It's not his style at all.
Vodianitsa doesn't know that Lelik might be Odette, but her assessment is pretty much identical to mine.
Miss Vodianitsa, why do you suddenly feel the need to speak in Lelik's defense?
Defense? Oh, no, it's just... I'm worried that we're jumping to conclusions here, so I wanted to share my point of view. Also, I don't think the Rokot is as bad as you're making it out to be.
Well, if you think I'm so wrong, what's your theory then, Why don't you tell us who the killer is?
The case is still evolving, Mr. Chuganov. Please do not prevent others from expressing their opinions so early on in the discussion.
Even so, there's no denying that the recent threat received by Mr. Chuganov may well be an important clue.
So there's still a good chance that Lelek is right here among us. I can't do this anymore. I don't care if it's still snowing outside. I have to get out of here.
Whoa, take a beat. We all know it's far too dangerous out there. Even the soldiers couldn't get to us. Go out that door, and you might not live to tell the tale. And whoever this Lelek is, they're surely not going to murder anyone in broad daylight. Be sensible, my man. You're safer inside.
As much as I regret having to say this, I'd like everyone to cooperate and refrain from exiting the premises until further notice. Because as things stand, every one of us is now a suspect.
I like how he
Unless
said that.
anyone has further information to
Like
share,
I said, every
let's adjourn
one
for
of
now.
us, including
Feel free to keep
himself.
searching for clues, but make sure you don't go off alone.
Whew, this got from 0 to 100 a little pretty quick. Hold on, let me look at the photo again. A wealthy businessman who made his fortune in energy industry with support from the Northern Bank. His businesses grew larger and larger at some point. However, it's begun to feel as though the Northern Bank has become the one true calling the shots. Okay. Businesswoman began selling cold weather clothing, married into a family to expand her business. Seems that her business has instead been absorbed by that family. Interesting. So they both had good businesses, but were bought out, one by the Northern Bank, and the other one by that she got married, and then now the family is taking over her business. Okay, we know about you, all of you. Me, Tonya. Independent mercenary, affiliated with a organization, flexible in their jobs, he often takes work with nobles. Outgoing and humorous, has endless supply of mercenary jokes. Interesting. Is there anything I missed? Don't think so. So they were both wealthy business people that ended up...
You're right. That was my bad. It was a knee-jerk reaction. I didn't think it through. Luckily, no one suspected my identity.
Since Vodianitsa and I were on the same page earlier, I think
Whoa. Are you serious? I don't know if this counts as gossip, but it's definitely on track to be the juice. Odette? Really? Odette? Oh god, how dumb does this make me look? Lelek has been right under...
Actually, it's exactly what you'd expect. Sometimes, hiding in plain...
And now that you mention it, the more I think about it, the more sense it seems to make. It all adds up. What are we up to now? 1, 2... Odette's identities. She's my coworker, specifically a ballerina, and also a Fatous, a member of the Rokot. Now, Lelek. It must be so exhausting. I guess since I've always known her as a member of the Fatui, It never even crossed my mind that she could be involved with the Rokot. Let alone be love. I don't understand. If she's with the Fatui, what reason could she have for—
Probably best if you ask her that in person.
Well, since you waited until now to bring this up instead of announcing it to everyone or— Yeah. Lelik may not follow orders from the Rokot leadership, but as far as I'm concerned, she's never crossed the line. We need to confront her face—
Do you think she'd really admit to being Lelik?
I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. For now, we'll work on the assumption that she didn't kill anyone, and see how much she's willing to tell us. Now's her chance. Odette's alone. Let's go. Hey, Odette. What is it, you guys? Shh. Keep your voice down. We need to talk. So, you're Lelik, aren't you? Alright, fine. You don't have to say anything or explain yourself. Just hear me out first.
Thanks.
None of us believes you kill innocent people. Whoever murdered those 2 people last night, it wasn't you. The Traveler was the first to figure out your identity, but she kept quiet during the discussion just now.
We still don't know if that's true, right? If it's true.
It's clear where the group consensus is heading. Everyone believes Lelik is the culprit. If your identity is exposed, you'll be in a really bad spot. We're your colleagues, and we know what kind of person you are. I don't want anything bad to happen to you. So, can you clue us in? Tell us everything. The more we know, the more easily we'll be able to cover for you. Alright. Yes, I'm Lelik.
Wow, you are.
I'm not the murderer. And
Okay.
thanks, but I don't need you to cover for me. Actually, I'm planning to reveal my identity.
Huh.
You're gonna reveal that you're Lelik? Here? That's right. I'll admit I was surprised at first when Chuganov guessed that I was here. It was just a lucky guess, but it caught me
Yeah.
off guard.
Very lucky
But
guess.
after taking some time to assess the situation and confirm where everyone stands, I don't believe I have anything to worry about. Are you sure you don't need a second opinion? Given the circumstances. Mr. Valeri! What?
Oh boy.
So, Odette is Lelik?
I don't know what game you're playing, but you've got a lot of nerve.
It's just one identity. So what if it's exposed? I can disappear and adopt a new identity anytime I please. I made my peace with this when I chose to become Lelik. But more importantly, I promise I am not the murderer. Which means that someone else is. So, if anyone still insists that I did this, you'd best produce the evidence now. Otherwise, I suggest that you bite your tongue. Because if you really believe I killed 2 people without making a sound or leaving a trace, pointing fingers at me would surely only make you my next target.
Is this really the truth, Miss Odette?
That's confidence, all right. I believe you.
A real no-nonsense attitude. I can see why Marionette said that she's on track to inherit the title of the Fair Lady.
Are you seriously buying this? Hey, officer! She just admitted to being Lelik. Aren't you going to do something about this?
What else
I
can we
do
do?
have
We're
one
still
question,
stuck.
Miss Odette. Why have you chosen this moment to come forward and reveal your identity?
If I didn't say anything, everyone would be focusing all their efforts on finding Lelik.
That's
And
true.
that is exactly what the real culprit wants. I don't want to be the scapegoat who lets the murderer get away with this crime.
Despite all the accusations, she made the smart choice. A remarkable display of rational thinking under pressure. Clearly, Odette's talent extends far beyond the art of dance.
She thought so far ahead. Why do I always feel like I'm one step behind her in everything?
You've convinced me. Dealing with the murder case remains the top priority right now. Let's put the name Lelik and all related incidents aside until further notice. Nevertheless, the group still considers you the prime suspect. I assume you have no quarrel with that, Miss Odette?
I understand. You're welcome to keep an eye on me around the clock. I have no objections.
Mr. Chuganov?
For my wife and daughter's sake, I'll let you off the hook for now. But don't think you're forgiven for breaking into my house and threatening me. Just wait till we get out of here, Lelik. We'll settle the score then.
Bro, she would drop you in 2 fucking seconds. I would not threaten her. I would not threaten her.
Good work, Lelik guard team. And Lelik too. Here, have some hot water.
Turns out Valeri knew about my exploits, so now I've been told I have to guard Lelek with him.
Shouldn't you be facing my way if you're guarding me? At the moment, it looks more like you're my bodyguards.
If the true culprit is indeed still at large, as you have claimed, we must keep our guard up against them also.
Don't worry, Tonya. We'll get through this. Once the snow stops, the officials will step in. The investigation will get easier, and then we'll be safe.
But once the snow stops, won't everyone just leave?
You're gonna miss us, huh? Well, some of us work at the theater, so we'll still be here. I'll even get...
Really, Miss Vodyanitsa? That's awesome!
Aw, you're so cute, Tonya.
She is.
Alright, let's swear to it. I promise to give you the pass, and you promise.
Don't indulge her, Tonya. You don't have to swear an oath over things like that.
You really do get carried away sometimes, don't you, Miss Vodyanitsa?
What's wrong with that?
Hey, mind your own business.
Yeah, I don't know what... Yeah, the Black Mist and... Frick. What's his name? Marty, or what? Not Marty, but whatever.
Don't
Scarf
be nervous,
guy.
Miss Water Imp. Everyone's here. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Excuse me?
Water Imp?
Do I look nervous? Don't be ridiculous.
No. You sound nervous, lass.
Oh. Wait, but how... Okay, plenty of people know that I'm a water imp, but still...
So that...
How come you understand our primary mode of expression?
Primary mode of expression? I've not come across that concept before.
Meetcha.
Do enlighten me, Vodyanitsa.
Well, it's just... We water imps tend to communicate our emotions to each other by singing, rather than facial expressions. The emotions we convey through
How did
song
he know
take
that, though?
precedence over our facial expressions. So, we
Maybe just
think
something
of
you
it
caught
as
on?
our primary mode of expression.
I'm impressed, Shram. I didn't take you for a man of culture, but you're clearly rather learned.
That's
It's not
concerning.
about being cultured or not. The thing is, this mode of expression can usually only be understood by other water imps. It's not a simple case of a song sounding happy or sad.
Yeah,
And
that's
yet,
what concerns
You're
me.
clearly human, Mr. Shram.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's really not the big deal you're making it out to be. I think I just have a knack for it.
I don't
Plus, I
know.
have a... very close friend who's a water imp. A delightful lady. But keep that a secret. Anyway, we spent so much time together that before I knew it, I noticed I could understand her expressions.
I don't know about this.
I guess that makes sense. Still, the fact that you have a water imp friend is even more surprising.
Yeah, that's for a
Watch
mercenary?
what I'm singing when I'm around you from now on.
Hey, what are you implying? You're not secretly insulting the audience in your songs, are you?
I wouldn't say that.
Why would I do a thing like that?
It's getting late. We should discuss our sleeping arrangements for tonight. To guard against the killer, someone needs to keep watch.
I suggest that we don't sleep in separate quarters tonight. It will be safer if we all
Yeah, I
stay
was gonna
together.
say, yeah, everyone stay in one quarter.
As long as someone keeps an eye on Lelik, I'm quite sure we won't have any trouble.
Will you put a sock in it?
To bet your life on Miss Odette being the killer?
Nonsense. Of course not.
Yeah, please
Then I
shut your
propose
mouth.
the following arrangement for tonight. The Traveler, Odette, and I will form the Night Watch. We'll sleep in shifts, but 2 of us must be awake at any given time.
An excellent idea. This allows us to handle the Night Watch while also keeping an eye on Lelik. Meanwhile, the rule of taking shifts in pairs resolves the other issue. Namely that we can't necessarily trust the Traveler or Valeri either. I expect that plan took you quite some time to come up with, didn't it?
Actually, our field combat manual outlines a similar approach. Although the scenario there involves guarding prisoners overnight during field operations. That being said, I must clarify that I harbor no disrespect towards you personally, Miss Odette. In fact, Lelik's numerous covert operations make fine textbook examples for military agents.
I care less about respect and more about the fact that you just robbed me of 2/3 of my sleep tonight.
Oof.
I'm calling dibs on being the first to rest. Good night.
Okay, that conversation with the mercenary guy is interesting.
It's almost time. We should wake Odette. How are you faring?
Yeah.
Oh, not going to argue with that. I'll take a quick nap. If you start to feel sleepy, wake me up anytime.
It's finally time for Odette and I to share the night watch. I should wake her up. I came here to get information from her in the first place. Maybe I should think about what questions I want to ask before she wakes up.
How long are you gonna keep staring at me?
What the heck?
Couldn't sleep. My mind's been running haywire.
Makes sense, I guess.
There's something I've been meaning to talk to you about. I had a hunch that you wanted a conversation, too. Let's take this chance to clear the air, shall we? I just had a simple question for you, really. It's, Rosaline. In her final moments, did she have any last words or anything?
I mean, the last thing that I heard her say was filthy rats.
I see. Well, that was all. I have no other questions. No. She was utterly ruthless in pursuing her goals. That kind of person should be hard to miss. And yet, even though I never approved of her methods, and she was an abrasive person, the fact remains that I am indebted to her. Oh, she told you. I guess that makes sense. I think she and Rosaline were on pretty good terms.
Yeah, they were.
Yes. Rosaline wasn't the kind to gossip about this sort of thing. Not that it's any huge secret.
And it's
to me,
crazy
though.
how much, like,
When I was a
with
child,
Rosalind, like,
join the Fatui
when
for the
she was
sake of my
around,
mother
like, I didn't pay her any mind. I
trained
thought
under
Rosalind or Senora was just kind of a bitch, but, like,
and it didn't exactly come naturally to me.
with all of this
All I could
going
do was
on,
try to ignore the biting cold.
the years gone by of her being gone is just strange.
I was a newcomer who'd managed to make a good first impression.
Like,
on
I
the
honestly kind of
Harbinger.
want to have her back,
There was
weirdly enough.
to live up to her expectations, to be worthy of the fair lady's reputation. Every day was a struggle against the cold, pain, and fatigue. And most nights, I struggled to fall asleep. After enduring all that, I've become almost immune to the sensation of pain. I suppose that was the cost of survival.
I mean, that is kind of what
Any child
survival
who had
mode
to
is.
experience that would grow to hate her lot in life, don't you think? So, I put an equal amount of
channeling
effort
out
into my
pain
ballet.
and emotions, kind of a
Because of
survival
my young
mode kind of
mind,
thing.
That was the only way to defy my fate. It was my way of telling her, the Fatui's demands and your expectations of me are not what I wish for. One day, I will leave. I think she probably blamed my poor performance in training on my passion for ballet. She knew my heart wasn't in it. One time, when I was secretly practicing a dance at night, she suddenly showed up. I knew she was there to catch me red-handed. I told her, "You don't deserve to watch the dance I learned from my mother." She looked stunned. I guess she was surprised that I lashed out first, before she had the chance. But strangely enough, on that occasion, she wasn't fierce with me like she was during training. Instead, she fell silent for a moment, and then left. After that, she never interfered with my dancing or asked me how it was going. She never came to watch me dance again either. Not even once. She was. But even now, whenever I take out this core Ignis, I can't help but think of that night. Of the look on her face. Sort of. Although gift might be too kind a term. This is her flame sealed within ice. A symbol of her favor, yes, but also her way of keeping an eye on people. She knew the location of every piece of core Ignis. If any recipient started acting suspiciously, she'd be on to them immediately. Trust her to make even a mark of approval feel suffocating.
Interesting.
So, when news of Rosaline's death reached Snezhnaya, many people immediately crushed their core Ignis.
I'm surprised they're still active though, even after she died.
Broken free from her shackles. But I kept mine. With my sensitivity to pain being as dull as it is, the warmth from this core Ignis is one of the few things I can still feel clearly. I still wonder, did she really come to stop me that night? I wasn't sure, but I was scared. So I said some really awful things. I guess she didn't leave anything behind. Not that I expected her to. It's fine. It's just a bit of a shame that we couldn't settle our differences before the end. She did. Are you sure she was talking about this event? No, she didn't. I didn't even find out that she'd gone to Mondstadt until a while after she'd left. Wait, in that case... Okay, I will. Thanks for letting me know.
There's something I'm trying to figure out. I'm beginning to suspect that Paimon's mystery illness is being caused by the energy research behind Project Stuja. Paimon's very important to me, so I have to get to the bottom of this. I figured that since you're Lelek, you might know something about all this.
The ultimate goal of this energy experiment is to create a weapon for the final battle. The weapon's construction was completed in Nodcry. Now,
the Kuvaki
all
laser?
that remains is to arm it with a sufficiently powerful energy. Yes, the weapon's development and all the related experiments are overseen by Lord Piero, the Jester. And the lab is located deep within the Armory Palace. I'm not sure why this experiment would be making Paimon feel unwell, though. The best way to get to the bottom of it would be to go there in person. Once we get out of here, I'll help you apply for an entry permit. And I'm hardly the organization's proudest member, as you know. You answered my question about Rosaline. I want to do you a favor in return. It's that simple.
Okay, thanks.
What's wrong? Are you not feeling well?
You two seem to be hitting it off.
I thought you were sleeping.
Of course I was. In the military, one learns to fall asleep quickly, even in the most inhospitable environments. It's vital to staying alert and energized. Why?
Even if he was awake, he can't have...
Well, thank you both for keeping watch. Traveler, I'll take over for now.
Sure.
I feel like something bad's gonna happen when we sleep, though. Last time that happened, something weird
This is our second night here, but at least I found out a little more about Paimon's condition. I hope she's been sleeping well the past couple of days.
I don't...
Why do I feel like I'm being watched?
Hi?
Seriously? Is this payback for when I stared at her earlier? Never mind.
Yep. Oh boy, here we go again. What's gonna happen now?
Hey, what are you spacing out for? Are you reaching your limit too?
How long have we been walking for? Do you remember?
Time's lost all meaning.
Why are these
Ever
two?
since...
A star key? Or key star? Anyway, the person who named it was swallowed by the black mist.
Whatever it's called. Ever since we noticed it, we've been walking up and up, but it seems like no matter how far we walk...
Well, we've come this far. You never know.
What is this black mist, bro? Okay, we're fighting enemies.
Monsters! Watch out! Not again! I've lost count of how many times we've run into them. Be careful.
I'm not doing much damage. I probably should have swapped. Well, actually, no. This is a trial character, so I'm naturally gonna be cryo. Hang on. Oh. Okay, never mind. No, what?
Backup is here.
Please die.
Should've run faster.
Whoa. Oh. Ah.
Here they come again! Get ready!
Bro, shrubbery can't... I can't see shit. What the hell?
Backup is here.
What the? Bro, how long is this trek? Holy. Bro. Oh, I thought that was plants gonna fall off the... Oh, that's a problem. Here, hang on. Let me get rid of you, because you're gonna get stuck. Oh. Oh, okay, this game put him back. I think. Ow. Okay. Bro, the noises these mobs are making is kind of funny, not gonna lie.
Are you hurt, Coolish?
No. I'm fine.
I get you. In fact...
Yeah. The hope that the star gives us is the only thing keeping us going. Otherwise, why would it always be out of reach?
We know you mean well.
Thank you, friend. You're going to continue, aren't you? I admire that.
What is this realm? What is happening?
It's not an illusion. We really are getting closer to the star.
Odette.
Congratulations. You're the first person to make it here.
What the fuck?
I'm the star's envoy. The black mist has stopped rising. Its hunger is satisfied for now, having devoured your two companions. This is a good opportunity. I'll let you get some rest before we continue. What do you mean, leave? The star represents the starting point. It's the waypoint for the beginning.
The beginning?
Congratulations on reaching the starting point. Once you are ready, we will head out and walk upwards. I will be right by your side the whole way.
What the?
Huh? What's wrong? Hey, don't give up before the journey's even begun.
What the heck is happening?
Rampana! Rampana!
Is that Vodyan?
Coolish, wake up! Please wake up!
The situation is identical to that of the two casualties yesterday. We cannot ascertain the cause of death.
At least there are some elements that we can rule out this time. They slept on the stage with everyone else. So I suppose the surrounding environment can't be a relevant variable.
Rampana.
Weren't some of us keeping watch last night? 3 of us, in fact. How could you not notice something was wrong?
I'm as confused as you are. Certainly nothing unusual happened on my watch.
Likewise, and from what I've observed so far, both Miss Odette and the Traveler can be trusted.
To be honest, I didn't get a wink of sleep last night. I couldn't help but think I was the target, so I just laid there with my eyes closed. I heard the Traveler and Lelik chatting, but otherwise I don't recall hearing any commotion during the night.
Me too. I didn't want to wake everyone up, so I was concentrating hard, trying.
Then, what could possibly be causing this? Once was bad. I worked closely with Rampana and Coolish for so long.
Florianitsa.
4 victims in just 2 days, and we still don't have a single lead. I need to get to the bottom of this as soon as possible. And above all, keep Tonya safe.
Oh god.
I'd never be able to look child.
Still snowing?
Yes, I just checked. Still no sign of anyone outside either.
So we only have ourselves to rely on.
Bro.
If you ask me, this killer can clearly strike whenever they please. The Night Watch was a useless endeavor from the start. Lelik must be an expert in poisoning. Clearly she used some poison that can't be detected on the corpse.
Here we go again.
Listen, I was already thinking to myself last night, was Lelik's reason for revealing her identity the real story? Well, now I have my answer. She's been playing us for fools. You get off on this, don't you?
That's a hideous thought. One that only a hideous mind like yours could dream up.
How dare you?
That's enough. Yesterday, you named Lelik, but today's victims were just ordinary people. Not to mention that they were colleagues of Odette and mine. What reason would she have to murder them?
Who knows? Maybe you don't know her as well as you think. I implore you all to ask yourselves, how many people are there really in this world that have what it takes to kill another person? Lelik is well known to be a ruthless operator, and
everything you've said so far is still just conjecture, which doesn't constitute a concrete lead. You need to back up your claims with some evidence.
How can you defend her, officer? What did she say to you while you were on Night Watch? Maybe I shouldn't be so surprised. You mill it all so you can get your grubby paws on our hard-earned fortunes. Then tell
Oh, yeah.
dare.
Yeah, you should not have talked to him like that.
Sir, but you were the one who told us not to stop other people from expressing their... 4 people have already died. Only yesterday I was chatting with Mr. Coolish. Then we were turning against one another is the last thing we should...
Little girl.
Even if Mr. Chuganov is a pup, he's still one of the victims here.
I had no intention of resorting to violence. In any case, I believe Mr. Chuganov has calmed down a little now.
I don't think there's any need for that. What is there to discuss? Nothing about this situation is normal.
Did you have an idea, Mitya? You're the brainiac here, right? Come on.
Mitya was the first time, and then it was Odette.
I've been mulling something over. All the leads we have so far concern things from outside the theater. Miss Odette's alter ego, the threats Mr. Chuganov received, but then there's the 2 double murder crime scenes themselves, which have given us absolutely nothing to go on whatsoever. That's highly unusual. Even with the most careful killers, there's always some evidence left behind.
So what are you suggesting?
I think this could be a supernatural event. It isn't characteristic of human-on-human homicide at all.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't you supposed to be a scientist? That doesn't sound like a conclusion someone like you is supposed to make.
I got into scientific research because of my insatiable curiosity. But if the present situation defies all known scientific explanations, I don't mind shifting my curiosity toward the paranormal instead.
Now that you mention it, I remember when I first came to the theater. I heard rumors about this place being haunted. Haunted?
Yeah, I think I heard the same thing. But I mean, they're only rumors, right? We've worked here for years. Surely we would have noticed any spooky goings-on by now.
Well, this has taken an unexpected turn. A haunted theater? If Paimon were here, she'd...
Why don't we take this opportunity to look for clues again with a more open mind?
Very well. Whether it's criminals or ghosts we're looking.
So... Wait, it was Mitya and then it was Odette last time. This is weird. Like, I don't know what the heck is really going on here, but I assume, I pray to God that Tonya doesn't die.
I need to think very hard.
Valeri, come take a look at this.
Some sort of notebook.
It's the on-duty logbook for the theater. He mostly used it to record any unusual incidents during a show, audience numbers. Yes, he'd always have this logbook with him when he checked tickets at the...
This should confirm a lot of key details about the recent show.
Yes. The number of people. I've checked and double-checked, but the number... Apparently, we have an extra person among us.
Are we certain that logbook is accurate? Could someone have sneaked in without buying it?
Unlikely. Coolish took his duties very seriously. I've rarely seen any errors in his work. Not to mention that this was a dress rehearsal, meaning smaller audience numbers and tighter ticket restrictions than usual.
We no longer have our tickets with us, do we? They got collected on entry. I assume there's no way we can check them again.
Unfortunately not. The theater recycles tickets. Once people are in the door, they don't tend to leave until the show ends. Still...
Did an extra person just materialize out of thin air?
Huh. So there someone bought a ticket that... So... That's interesting.
Tonya? Did you find anything?
Not yet. Still looking. So...
This looks like somebody's notebook.
Well, alright.
I don't believe anyone should be forced to abandon their homeland. Imps Noble's land reflects memories of my childhood. I miss you very much, Mother. Its name... Hear about the organization, its name is Nevermind.
Huh. This has to be Vodyanitsa's writing, surely.
Maybe it's a little rude for us to peek at this. It sounds like she's writing this for her parents.
Because her water imp parents belong to the aristocracy.
Oh.
Were driven out of Snezhnaya by the Tsaritsa long ago. And now they live somewhere new, where the postman can't get to.
We're sorry.
It's fine. My fault for not storing it properly. I can't leave things lying around and expect them to get ignored when everyone's scouring the place for clues. Alright, give me my notebook back. I'll take over the investigation in this room.
Okay. Okay. Oop, that's not right. Oh, wait, what the fuck? Where's this? What the fuck? Oh, okay.
Ah, Traveler. Since you're here, come take a look at this.
What we got?
Alosha found it. We're both curious to hear your perspective. It appears to be an investigation report. And the focus of the investigation was the rumors of haunting we heard about earlier.
Folklore studies. And extinct civilization, creation of ancient gods or powers from beyond this world. A lesson, a simple surface does not amplify that lies beneath, shares the same modes as nature. Ley lines, okay. Devour or guide, okay, so it's the ley lines then. However, evidence shows that the connection between the theater area and the ley lines has been obstructed. Not completely severed still. The resistance is strong enough they may even linger within the theater indefinitely. How come those two working at the, I guess they said they kept going for a while, but they just gave up, okay. So it's just tied to this. So there's ley lines in the theater that are obstructed.
An investigation report, huh? Looks quite old.
And that's what's happening? Is that the people here...
Name's looks to be of Sumeru
associated with being in the theater, I guess, for a long amount of time.
The theater manager must have hired an investigator once specifically
have their
to look into
souls,
this
I guess,
issue.
taken away because the ley lines are not
Presumably,
correct
the
in this
manager wanted to
area.
know if the supposed haunting was dangerous, while also being fearful of word getting out in case it affected. Anyway, the bottom line is, the haunting is actually real after all. It's caused by an obstruction in the ley lines.
Yeah.
Is there any chance this is the key to finally making some progress with the murder cases?
Ley line problems are pretty unexceptional to me by this point. And while it certainly offers an explanation for the ghosts, it's hard to imagine what connection it could have to these two murder cases.
Some of the language that appears at the very end of the report caught my eye. Angel civilization, ley line renovation?
Oh.
My area of research doesn't touch on any of that, so it's completely outside of my wheelhouse. Huh? A piece of paper just fell out from the report. It landed right by your feet.
Death is near.
How unnerving. It was tucked inside the report, so it must be a note left by the author. Death is near. Is that supposed to be what's going on here? With us in the theater? But if so, how did the author foresee it? Could he predict the future somehow?
Maybe things are more complicated than we thought.
No, wait a second. If we take the report and the note at face value, they completely contradict one another. The report definitively concludes that the hauntings in the theater are harmless and cannot affect the real world. But the note seems to be warning of potential danger. The question is, what exactly does the note mean by death? The various ways we could interpret this keyword.
Okay, yeah.
If we take all this together, it's not impossible, is it? If anything, it's the natural conclusion.
Oh, I beg to differ. This sounds to me like a product of a researcher's vivid imagination. And perhaps it's because I'm still viewing this through the lens of a typical murder investigation.
Does it really sound that far-fetched? Alright, well, let's...
Good. Okay, now that we finally have some meaningful leads...
So it has to do with the ley lines. That makes sense.
So, that's about everything we've discovered so far. I'll share my theory first. Based on what we've learned from the logbook, I believe the extra person among us is most likely the killer. If the killer had simply bought a ticket, it would have greatly increased the risk of their identity being exposed. I expect he or she either hid in the theater ahead of time, or found a way to slip past the ticket inspection. They then blended in with the group and waited for an opportunity to strike.
What about the note found in the investigation report? Any thoughts on how that fits in?
The killer may have simply planted it there as some sort of sick joke. I've seen my fair share of psychopathic killers. They love playing cryptic mind games.
I feel like it's
too
specific.
To do with the haunting of the theater after all.
I don't know.
This theory makes sense to me. If we have an audience member unaccounted for, chances are they didn't come here to watch the show.
Could it really be that simple?
I don't think so.
So, in other words, all we have to do is find out who got in here without a ticket, and all our problems will be solved? Then let me make one thing clear. All the theater staff should be well aware that I came here for the rehearsal legitimately, yes? There's no way I'm the one who didn't have...
It's true. I hear you used every trick in the book to get a hold of that ticket, too. Everything short...
I most certainly did not degrade myself.
Probably a stupid question, but I might as well ask. Guess it was naive of me to...
Especially after the unprompted Lelik reveal. Once was already a miracle. Twice would be unfathomable.
I wouldn't say unfallible. I'd say... Who most likely extra person who entered without a ticket? What? Definitely not you. Tonya, no. Us, no. Definitely not you. Give me a second here. This probably isn't. Let me see if this.
We have to catch this extra person.
It's definitely not him.
I don't believe any of us here knew Shram before all this. If no one can verify Shram's identity...
Yeah,
Mr. Shram, did you really go through the ticket inspection to get in here?
Huh? Me? Why am I being singled out, my friend? Do I seem that suspicious?
It's not that you stand out as suspicious. More that everyone else has been ruled out as trustworthy.
Okay. Well, we spent the best part of 2 days together now. So I'm sure you can all tell what kind of person I am. I'm a true gentleman. I never dream of doing something like sneaking to the theater without a ticket.
Yeah, I have no doubt that you're a good person. But the problem is, none of us here actually know you, so no one can say for sure that you are who you claim to be. Although, actually, what was it you said last night?
Yeah, that water imp story.
That water imp, which is why you understand our primary mode of expression. Last time I checked, there were barely any of us remaining in Snezhnaya, since most of the water imps left. Could you tell me a little bit more about your friend? There's a good chance I actually know her. And I suppose it's also kind of a way for everyone else to get to know you a little better.
Yeah?
Good grief. Are you blushing? Pull yourself together, man. Stop giggling like a teenage boy. It's revolting.
Hey, revolting is a little strong. All right, fine. I'll admit it. That water imp friend of mine, the truth is, we're dating. I was just the bodyguard hired by our family. But the stars must have aligned, because sparks began to fly between me and their daughter.
Huh.
Never in my wildest dreams did I think I'd get so lucky.
We don't need details. Just get to the point.
Okay. I'm just a little hesitant to reveal her name, that's all. You know how it is. These are delicate times. Even with me to protect her. If word gets out that she's dating a human, both the Fae and human factions will give her a hard time.
Really? Wait, no. That can't be.
Huh? Shram, what the devil are you talking about?
Why is everyone looking at me like that? Surely you can understand where I'm coming from.
Delicate times? Factions?
Yeah, that's weird. Why? What?
Yes? You know, the Civil War? Last time I checked, the Fae and the humans were still at each other's throats.
If I'm not mistaken,
that happened.
The last significant civil war in Snezhnaya history was
that was over years ago, bro.
When Her Majesty the Tsaritsa had just taken the throne and was consolidating her reign.
What do you mean, 400 years ago?
What's going on here? Is Shram from the past?
All right, Mr. Mitya, you win this round. As far-fetched as it is, it appears that your theory may be correct.
I'm just as amazed as you are. I didn't even believe it myself, to be honest.
Is someone going to explain what's going on here?
From the look on your face, you figured it out too, haven't you, Traveler?
Yeah, I think so.
That seems to be the case. Shram's the extra person, but there's no...
Percent. Not that one either.
It says private letter.
Okay.
The theater's ley lines have been modified to block souls within its grounds from returning to them. Some souls can even wander this place forever.
Wait.
Mr. Schramm's statement proves he's from hundreds of years ago. And according to the investigation report on the theater hauntings, Mr. Schramm is very likely a lost soul wandering the theater.
Oh, okay.
For some unknown reason, the soul that has been wandering the theater due to the ley line issues has joined our group and blended in. Yeah, that must be the immediate reason why the ticket count doesn't match the number of people present.
Okay. Is near. In this case, death refers to someone who died long ago? Yeah.
The contents of the investigation report have been verified. There are indeed ley line issues and wandering souls in the theater. Death likely symbolizes the deceased. Mr. Schramm, for instance. Death is near. Huh. That must mean that there's a dead person in our...
Yeah, the logic is clear now. The investigation report said that there would be souls stuck wandering around the theater because the ley lines were cut off. Mr. Schramm must be one such soul who died in the theater a long time ago. In which case, that also makes him our extra person. So when the note said death is near, it must have been referring to death as in the deceased, people who died a long time ago.
Someone who died a long time ago.
In short, there's a dead person among us. The extra person we've been searching for is a ghost from the past.
You mean I'm a ghost? No. Don't make jokes like that, my man. There must be some mistake. But even if I was dead, I know for a fact I didn't kill anyone these past 2 nights.
Yeah, even if all that's true, the report also said the souls inside the theater can't affect reality, right? They're harmless.
Then what if the problem isn't the souls at all, but the ley lines themselves?
Yeah, I was thinking the ley line distortion might be the problem.
To attract and devour souls. Let's say that the ley lines are like a black hole, constantly seeking to engulf souls. But the souls that don't want to return are trying to avoid being sucked in.
Huh. Why does this analogy sound so familiar?
What happens when the black hole can't achieve its goal? I'm only speculating here, but what if it ended up swallowing innocent souls by mistake? Or intentionally taking other souls to compensate?
That could explain why we weren't able to determine a cause of death. If you're right.
So it was searching for the lost soul but couldn't find it because of the obstruction.
It does seem to explain a lot of the things we couldn't make sense of. Does that mean it's true?
Except there's no concrete evidence. Mitya is relying on a lot of logical leaps.
Yeah.
Still, it seems like the best explanation we have under the circumstances.
Yeah.
Alright, so how could Schramm not know that he's dead? Seems a little unlikely that he hasn't noticed anything unusual even after several days interacting with us.
On the contrary, it's perfectly normal for a soul to wander the theater for centuries without questioning their existence or reason for being there. It's simply what's natural for them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know what, Mr. Brainiac? I think you might actually be right after all. I'm trying to remember and... even though my head feels like it's going to explode, I think... it's all coming back to me. I was the one who didn't want to remember my own death. So I forced myself to forget.
Well, I'm sure those are painful memories.
My lady and I snuck out to go on a date one day. We bought tickets for the theater. It wasn't really my thing, but I was just happy to be together. All of a sudden, a group of people burst into the theater, shouting for all the water imps to get out, performers and audience members included. It was clear the conflict between humans and Fae had reached a boiling point. This time, the extremists were even coming after the water imps who had nothing to do with the war. I thought I could pull one over on them. So I took off my jacket, draped it over my lady, and tried to sneak out amid the chaos. But I got caught. They started shouting, calling me a traitor to humanity. But I was going to do whatever it took to buy her a chance to escape, no matter how many people stood in my way. I had to, both as her bodyguard and out of love.
It's all right, friend. You can stop there if you want. You don't need to dig all that up again.
It's just... Even now, I'm still struggling to accept the truth. How could I be dead? I'm sorry, everyone. If I'd known I was a dead man walking, I wouldn't have dragged you down with me. If I'm the cause of all this death, then punish me however you see fit.
But, Mr. Shrim...
No. I refuse to be a burden. I know what I have to do. You said I've been wandering the theater for centuries, right? I guess it's high time I got a breath of fresh air. Out there, I mean. I'll leave this place and take all this death with me. Go out on my own terms.
Mr. Shram, I'm sure we can figure out a different course of action.
I don't think there is.
My good sir, we both know I'm not supposed to be here. I should have accepted my death long ago. One way or another, this has to end. Unless you're saying this goes against another one of your military principles somehow.
No, I'm speaking on a personal level this time.
Let it go, man. Oh, wait. One last thing. Miss Wateramp. My lover. Her name was Litia. Litia Ozarova. Do you know what happened to her?
Ozarova. Oh, Auntie Ozarova. That's what we all called her. I remember her as a very kind elder. She had a bunch of kids, too.
I'm so glad she survived. And she had lots of kids? Good. That's... good. I could hardly expect her to stay single just because of what happened to me, right? As long as she went on to be happy, that's all that matters. Besides, there's no need to see me off, my friends. I've enjoyed our time together over these past few days. Perhaps we'll meet again in the next life.
Take care, my man.
I knew Mr. Shrim was already dead, but... I still feel so sad.
Death is cruel, no matter how we might try to make sense of it.
So, was the conflict between Fae and humans really that bad back then? I was only little, so I don't remember much. It's terrible to think that even the historical records about that time period don't say much about it. All people know is that the Tsaritsa founded the Fatui, drove out most of the Fae aristocracy without explanation, then used her terrifying power to suppress the humans.
It seems to me
Because
like the
Tsaritsa's
Tsaritsa chose to make
Fae
herself the
herself.
enemy. She downplayed the conflict, directing whatever animosity both sides had for each other at herself instead. That's also why, despite how brutal the conflict was at the time, there hasn't been much lingering tension between humans and Fae since. Things have been fairly harmonious for the past few centuries.
So, the Tsaritsa banished the Fae to protect the Fae living in the city?
Maybe it's not quite as bad as it sounds. I don't think Her Majesty is too concerned if mortals hate her or not. And besides, there are very few who truly do.
All this time, I had no idea.
All right. If Mitia's theory is correct, then I think we can consider this matter settled. Let's all take a break.
Ugh, if only this blasted storm wasn't still raging on.
I see. have a feeling that this... I don't know how close I am to the end of this.
Looks like now we can just rest until the snowstorm stops. I still can't believe Shram turned out to be a ghost who'd been in the theater for hundreds of years. To think he was dead this whole time. What a strange turn of events.
Knock, knock. Knock, knock.
Yes.
You know the door isn't closed, right? You don't have to knock.
Think of it as a signal then. When I'm entering someone else's room and I knock, I'm here as a thanks.
So, why did you come to find me? Is there something I can help with?
Vodyanitsa said you knew about my secret identity from the start. But when everyone was discussing who Lelik could be, you were worried that revealing what you knew would be unfair to me, so you kept it to yourself, right? Yes, I'm extremely grateful for that.
It's nothing. I mean, you didn't hold what happened with Senora against me, so I should thank you for that as well.
Actually, there's something else as well. I found myself in a situation similar to the one you were in when you helped conceal my identity. So I thought I'd come and ask you for advice.
Okay.
It's about Mitya. Before all of this, the last time I saw him, he was dead.
What?
As I'm sure you know, my goal as Lelik was to stop Project Stuja. Well, when I found out the tech lead for the experiment behind Project Stuja was Mitya, I immediately started planning to track him down and threaten him to back out. I often saw him around the theater, but I soon concluded that making my move there would risk exposing my identity. So I decided to infiltrate the Armory Palace and go directly to his lab. That way, the threat would be much more effective. Well, I suppose there was a bit of luck involved, but I am a Fatus, so I already had some familiarity with the building's layout. But when I finally made it to his lab, Mitya seemed to be dead. I checked his breathing and his pulse. He had no vital signs whatsoever. I'm certain of that. I thought maybe another anti-Project Stuja activist had beaten me to it, and chosen a much more brutal method. So I made myself scarce.
That's why you were so on guard around Mitya that first night here.
Yes. When I saw him sitting in the audience during the performance, I could barely contain the shock. To me, it was a miracle. Somehow, he'd come back from the dead. But then, the murders started happening and things got so complicated, that is, until Mitya himself said there must be a dead person among us. Then, I couldn't ignore it any longer.
And yet, you thought that bringing it up right away would single Mitya out. Just like when everyone was suspecting Lelik.
Exactly. I thought there could be something I was missing. Besides, we soon figured out that Mr. Shram was a ghost. And we knew there was only one extra person. So we thought he had to be the one.
But now it seems like there's another candidate. I understand why you kept it to yourself. There was so much information being thrown around during that discussion. Bringing up Mitya would have just introduced more confusion.
So, what do you think we should do?
Let me confirm one thing first. When was it that you found Mitya dead?
Around a week ago. Sometime in the afternoon.
A week ago? That's earlier than I thought. I saw him just a few days ago at a restaurant. That definitely would have been after you found him dead. He seemed completely normal to me. Chatting with Vodyanitsa, trying to avoid Valeri.
So he was definitely alive on that day. Huh. Well, all I can say is I know what I saw.
Here's a thought. The reason we even suspected a dead person could be among us was because of the problem with the theater's ley lines. But Mitya's death happened inside the Armory Palace. The ley line issue affecting the theater shouldn't reach that far.
Yeah, it shouldn't.
You're right. I guess he doesn't fit the profile of the person we were searching for.
I think the chances of it being him are very low. Surely he can't have died for real in the Armory Palace. Unless
what?
Unless he really did come back from the dead.
You're right. Do you think we need to disclose this to the others?
I don't...
Huh, what's this? A private meet and greet? Where do I line up?
Oh boy.
That's not what's going on here.
Well, I was just making the rounds. Thought I'd try to lighten the mood a bit. Bodyanitsa's handing out food if you're hungry.
I think I'm gonna call it there, guys. I've been streaming for about 3.5 hours now, but I'll call it there. This has been a very interesting. The second part of this Donkey quest has been very interesting. Kind of slow, but but very not what I was expecting. I will say. I'll probably finish up the Archon quest off stream some other time, but yeah. Yes. I'll go ahead and leave right there. Go ahead and do that. Do that. Oh, no, don't do that. No, don't do that. Alright. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. I'll be doing more Genshin live streams in the future. Maybe like every other weekend. I don't know. But yeah, tomorrow I'll be doing Black Flag Resynced Part 7. Yeah, I believe it's 7. And then Black Flag multiplayer on Sunday. But yeah, if you guys watch this, be sure to give it a like. It really does help me out. And if you are new to the channel, subscribe as well. It does mean a lot. Put your notifications on if you want to see live streams of this game, Genshin, Withering Waves. I play Borderlands games as well. I do Assassin's Creed, Black Flag content as well on my channel. So if you're into any of those games, then I welcome you to see all of my other stuff on my channel. But with that being said, guys, I'm Russ the Master, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.